Hey, what is up, everybody? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza. We are coming to you live right now. It is 7:14 Best Coast time. We are here for UFC 258. I will be your host. I am very excited to have you guys joining us. It is going to be a great time. I hope that you guys are excited about tonight's fights because holy shit, we have some incredible fights to get through this evening. Again, the way this works is you give us a like and a share over on Facebook. We will give you a toast on air. We will be watching all of the fights together. I'm stoked that you're here. We're going to make the most of it. Feel free to hit me with your questions. We're going to be doing play-by-play. I'm going to take, time to go and respond to whatever it is that you got. Whatever it is that you guys want, you're part of the show. So I'm more than happy to take questions, insult people. Really, we just try to do it a little bit all here on this show. So that's how we start it. Right now we're doing walkouts. Maki Pitolo is making his way on out to the cage, and we're about to get started with business, about to pick up momentarily. So as we mentioned, we do finishes and submissions with cheerses on the show. And if you guys want one, like and a share, that's as easy as it is. And I do like the fact that Christopher James Velez comments very quickly and says, the Cuban Missile Crisis has a great walkout. He really does. And I have to give credit to that as well. I was not expecting to be as into that as possible. Christopher James Velez, I already see that you gave a share. You will be high on our list to go ahead and give a toast to momentarily. But yes, we are here. We are live. We are stoked to have you guys joining us. It is going to be a powerful evening of fight coverage, and I am happy to be your guide. So hit me with your questions. Who do you guys have in this fight? Please tell me in the comment section. Would love to know who you're going for, and maybe even sometimes why you're going for it. UFC 258 main card. Here we go. Adding that title, putting that there, checking the connection. We should be off to the races and going in just a second here. If not, I'm going to have to go and switch on over to my phone, but I'm stoked that you guys are with us. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn that one off. Switch on over. Hopefully you guys are excited for this pay-per-view. I already see here our good friend Christopher James Velez doing the business, telling people to get involved, get excited, and that makes us excited here on the show. You guys are a huge part of what we do and why we do it, so getting you guys excited and stoked to come along for the ride, it makes us feel pretty good, if I'm being so honest. So that is the news that we got for y'all, and it looks like they're about to start in just a second, so I need to make sure I get this Bluetooth connected, AirPods up and ready to go. I'm just going to go and connect this on over to the back of the supercomputer, and then we are off to the races here, kids. Wabam. All right, as you can see this shirt, maybe it's a good time to promo it. Look at this. Tupac, motherfuckers. That's right. He is the OGest, the legend himself, the West Coast, Best Coast motherfucker of all time. So that is what we got going on this night, you guys. I'm stoked you're here. It's good to have friends joining us on what promises to be an incredible night of fights. Bruce doing the final part of the introduction, which means it's just about time for us to get to work here. All right, adding the title, UFC 258 main card. Adding the title. And here we go. I see a note here for Pitolo. That's what's up. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza. We are live, L-I-V-E, and we are watching UFC 258, the main card. I am so glad that you're here to join us. We are going to have a fantastic evening. I hope that you guys get stoked to watch these fights with us. It's going to be a good time. We just saw some shocking results in one Rodolfo Vieira getting submitted, which I don't think anybody saw coming. What's up, Damien? Yo, my friend Angel wanted to say thank you so much for the hospitality and for taking care of him with those mats. I cannot wait to break those in with my good buddy Angel, and he had nothing but nice things to say. He was ashamed and very sad that he wasn't able to get some training in with you, and he's going to rectify it the next time. What's up, Silver Wolf? What is up, fam? Ooh, we are off to the races very quickly. They are not at all holding back on this one. And it says, I'm loving this 8K camera, as DC says. Yes, they are following in the mold of the WWE that has been doing it far longer than the UFC, as they always break ground first. And it says, yo, Patolo is on the cage. Yeah, right now, if you look at Patolo in the yellow trunks and Marquez over in what appears to be, are they green? Yes, they are green shorts. Marquez being pressed up against the cage. Patolo might be able to switch things off over here. I see a few folks giving us some love. Silverwolf saying, love the shirt. Thank you very much. It is one of my favorites from our friends over at The Union Designs. Y'all need to go get those as soon as possible. Give them some love. I'm seeing some folks join in here. One more Jiu-Jitsu. Ricardo Cardenas, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chase. I'm seeing so many of you guys joining in with us. I am so happy that you guys are here. We're going to do play-by-play. We're also going to make you guys part of the show. Make sure to give us some hearts if you're watching on Instagram. And if you give us a live share and a like on your Facebook, we will give you a toast just like the fighters get whenever they get finishes. And it says Patolo is smothering from Christopher. Agree with that, but I mean, he's putting together a very strong strategy here. Already starting to put good head pressure in, trying to grab around the neck, seeing if maybe he can put in some additional unpleasantness on Marquez, who's up against the cage, starting to cover up a little bit more here, going for that around the neck once again, not quite getting it. And you're seeing Marquez on bottom trying to open up this half guard, maybe to see if he can get the turtle or maybe just come up just a little bit. He has an arm underneath the leg, almost like he wants to get a single leg variation here, but he's leaving his neck wide open for Patolo, who aptly picks it up, starts taking it, and may have some issues here in terms of getting out of it completely. What is up, Marinmas? And what is up, Anthony Arnall? Good to see you, brother. So happy to have you guys joining us. Also remember, you guys are part of this. And I see from Ron DeVelia that says, I can't believe Hidalgo got subbed. You, me, the rest of the world, the entire world is shocked right now that Hidalgo got tapped out by a one-stripe purple belt, which gives hope to me, because that's exactly where I am right now. Although, all things considered, because of Corona, I don't think I'm actually that anymore. I think I'm actually probably back down to blue belt. What's up, John Greek? Good to see you, bro. And it says, nice use of the half Nelson on the back. And you're seeing both of the gentlemen getting back up here. And it says, dude, it's those micro adjustments. I see so many of you guys giving shit to that poor kid who said the word micro adjustments and was talking about tapping out purple belts as being a white belt. And I guess that's the whole area of the community. But notice, we're not doing those jokes at Verbal Tap because we're not like the rest of these sheep. Jokes. It says, don't underestimate purple belts. Fam, I'm a purple belt. I underestimate me all the time. Woo! Patolo's still getting a good waist grip. Now it's moving on over. He has the inside wrist control, and Marquez finally gets out of that. Now he's working on a single leg over this way. It says, don't extra. I got that one still. I see all you guys giving us some love. Again, hit us with your comments. I will give you guys not only play-by-play, but I'll be able to address the questions that you have and hopefully answer some that you don't even know you want to have asked. Tonight, we are drinking, while we are waiting for the last minute here to unfold in this first round, a drink from Tapa Tapa in conjunction with Casa Agria, which is a specialty ale. And it is The Way Forward is back. It's pretty good. It's treating me beautifully this evening, and it's serving as a nice boss move here. We're seeing a guillotine. Are we going to see a second guillotine? Probably not, because Marquez was actually starting it well, but Patolo fought the arms incredibly done. Johnny Utah comes in and says, lock of the night, Kelleher not being able to avoid Simone's takedowns. Interesting. I love me some Ricky Simone. We'll see. And I see guillotine here. What is up, Ruru BJJ? Guillotine has been one of those moments of the night. Johnny Utah, that's a great name. Ooh, Marquez coming in with some nice staggered punches over to Patolo that rocks him a little bit, but Patolo's going to get a little bit of time to go ahead and recover. That is an incredible first round from both of these gents. And it says, what are your predictions for the rest of the main card? That's a great question. Let's get to those. I would say right now, I think I'm leaning a little bit more toward Usman. If I had to pull a trigger at this moment, I got a feeling for Usman. I can't really articulate it. The statistics obviously speak well for him. It's no disrespect over 2-1. God, it's turning me. Burns. Sorry. Hidalgo fucked us up. None of us can think at all straight here tonight. I'll get you the others in a second, but Dane Donovan says, sometimes a great ale is a nice break from an IPA. Funny you mentioned that. Still here though. So, I appreciate this one. There's a clear East Coast IPA, just as you guys are getting some notes here. What's up, Martin? Times 5? Why the times 5? I don't really understand that part, but to each their own. Barber and Grasso, Grasso has been struggling to make me make a pick. I don't really have a dog in that fight. I've been trying to figure out who I want to go for. Because sometimes if I don't have a great feeling about it one way or another, I just kind of like let the fight unfold. Gastelum, I'm hoping for tonight. Ricky Simone, he's a friend of the show. Kelleher, he's not been on the show, so I don't know that I can root for him. But those are my notes. Those are the people who I'm going for. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. If it doesn't, ask me again when I'm a little bit more drunk, and I'll probably give you another one here. I see you say Grasso. Okay, I could see you with that one. Are you trying to tell me to lean Grasso, or are you just telling me like that's who you're going for? Because I am very easily impressionable, especially after about 2 or 3 of these. Back to the action right in front of us. Middleweight bout. You are seeing Pitolo and Marquez getting into a slugfest, which I think probably weighs a little bit better for Marquez. Ooh, a low kick to the nether regions. It's going to give us a little bit of a break. So they're going to take a moment to go ahead and figure that out. Hate to see that happen, but, it is what it is. When you guys fight, sometimes you get kicked in the junk. It's not fun. It's not something you want to do. What is up, Mueller, Santos, BJJ? Thank you for joining. It is a pleasure here, and I see a note here that says from Christopher James Velez, damn it, low blow. This was a great exchange. Absolutely. I see a note here from Ricardo Cardenas, 1234, that says RIP. I don't know if you mean RIP as Nads or RIP one Hidalgo, but both of them oddly apply. I see a note here from El Gringo Lindo. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you guys. Pitolo back in on the wrestling exchanges, doing excellent, trying to weigh down one Marquez, not getting too much for it. It says, I'm going for Grasso. Haha, Barber's last performance was suspect. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Totally understandable, dude. I'm not going to pass it on to her, so you're good. What's up, Joey House? Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully at some point we get to train again soon. But it seems like you're blowing up over on the Wim Hofness, my friend. Mid-City MMA, great to see you as well. Pitolo blocking that wrist, using it to his advantage to try and come up here. And I'm seeing here, change in position, another beautiful takedown, absolutely. Both of the gentlemen are back up on their feet, and we will see Pitolo kind of roly-poly him a little bit here and move him around at will. Marquez always seems a little bit lost whenever you get Pitolo getting this excellent grips around the waist from the back. Reminiscent of the days that some of us used to have wrestling classes. That's the worst part. I took my first wrestling class, I want to say, in about almost a year's time. And I swear to God, the year off of just pure wrestling, not jiu-jitsu, but pure wrestling, exhausted me. And speaking about getting exhausted, Marquez is in on a choke right now. It is looking good. He's making some adjustments here, and Pitolo giving up a little bit of the position just so that he could get out of the immediate submission. But there is another guillotine choke that's happening here. This one might be a little bit better. Pitolo spins out of it, now maybe giving up his back. He takes a couple shots to the dome. He's covering up the ref right on top of it. It's not enough, I would say, to go ahead and stop this fight. What is up, Dr. Costa? And we are seeing just another opportunity here. I saw a guillotine and I saw nice. Both of these notes from Christopher James Velez, I would agree. There's 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here. This is going to be very dangerous to be in this position for very, very long. And yes, Pitolo gets a little too anxious, comes up and basically dumps himself over the back. Here's what we've got going on. What is up, Ariana Cardelillo? And it says her ACL did implode, though. That's a fair That's a fair note. And yes, we did see a switch of position over here, Christopher. Man, this is a very solid fight. Very good start to our night here. And you were already seeing Patolo not only go to mount, but he is starting to isolate the arm. This could be very, very bad in just a few seconds here. So we'll see if he's able to make anything more. You noted and said mount transition was beautiful. Not only was it beautiful, it's deceptive. I don't get mount like that easy. And he may be transitioning over to the back. Marquez is maybe unwittingly giving away some of that neck region. Maybe it's because he's just lying so flat here, but if you see Patolo maybe start to get up that knee up a little bit higher and giving up his back, this is a dangerous position. He does start to sweep maybe to the side of his other side of his body, and man, that's very, very suspect here. I am highly nervous about some of these movements on bottom from Marquez. He's putting the pressure back on. Second round, 38 seconds left to go here. And you see now Patolo trying to switch his hips, not really getting too much success from it. Marquez pushing down, almost trying to separate the body, but in the process, once again, giving up part of the back. I'd love to see Patolo start moving to a head and arm triangle here because that body is just out of place. And it says, dude, how does this fight get scored? I would assume these are 2 rounds for Patolo if I was guessing. What is up, Rich? Hope you're doing well, bro. Woo! And it says, I think people read a little bit too much on Ricky Simone's losses to Font and Faber, Kids and Animal. Johnny Utah, he's a friend of our show. He's been interviewed by us on Verbal Tap. He's a monster, dude. I love that kid. I hope that he pulls off a huge win here. I think he's just got to stay out of Brian's main range. I mean, Brian's going to be trying to go for a knockout punch, in my opinion. And I feel like if Ricky is able to implement a smart striking game, good takedowns, and just kind of get that top pressure on, I feel like Ricky might actually have this one. So you won't find any disrespect from one Ricky Simone over here on this show. It's not in our house. Not what we do. Throw your questions at me while you got me in between rounds. I love taking them. I love answering them as best I can. I see over here, Rich, you've come in. Hope the new gym is treating you well. I saw everybody, you're matted up. You've got a lot of students coming on back and getting on to training. You guys can go train over at our friends at the Areola Brothers down in Orange County. Please go give them some love. They're good people, despite being kind of shit. I just in general, you know what I mean? Like, their pro wrestling game isn't that impressive. So, I'm just saying. Back to work. Round number 3 of 3. Patolo still in the yellow trunks. Marquez in the green. Marquez trying to make it as much of a striking bout as possible. Succeeding in terms of putting the pressure on Patolo. And he's almost backed him up against the cage. Patolo circles on back over to the center of the octagon. And both of them are trying to put on a show for you. It says, hey Raf, great back control in the closing round. Absolutely. It says, word, you can watch the fight on YouTube right now, and what you will see is Macy taking straight shots down the pipe. That's fair. What's up, Bung Bram? Glad you guys are all around and joining us on what is going to be an amazing broadcast. And it says, dude, those hands and leg kick. Yeah, absolutely. This is Marquez trying to make up for some lost time. What is up, Sambo Slice? That's a great name, by the way. 3:59 on my clock. Marquez trying to make some imprints over on Patolo's face, trying to make up for it. He also looks reminiscent of our good friend Johnny Buck, just in the sense of a dude who probably hasn't taken a bath or a shave in approximately 3 years. And it says, why is Patolo trading? I think the Patolo is not really able to get in a takedown at this juncture. And as a result, it's allowing Marquez to come in. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, Patolo is hurt in this situation right now. He was setting it up beautifully with a guillotine, brings in a knee to a guillotine fight, which, not fair. And I see a note here from Bung Ram that says, sup. Sup. Not much, bro. Just chilling, watching some fights. Surrounded by plenty of good people digitally, drinking a great beer. Got to train today. Life is good. You know what I mean? Nice takedown indeed. I mean, that's what Patolo needs to do. He needs to put constant pressure on Marquez. And even though Marquez was looking good at the very beginning of this fight, this could be a very, very big problem all the way through. And it says, she was not looking good prior to her knee going out. I don't mean to come off as a hater. I hope she bounces back. I was just not impressed with their last fight. You know, I believed you from minute one, so you don't need to convince me. Ooh, the fuck is this, dude? This is a rear naked choke. But I like that he's trying to fight off the leg before he's fighting off the two arms here. This is looking a little bit better. He's under the chin, but just at an odd angle. Ah, very nicely done. Keep him down. Patolo was what Christopher James Velez was trying to say. And it says, I feel Colby gets the winner tonight, honestly. It's very possible, but I think they're trying to get Colby an actual interesting fight for his limited range. So they're probably going to try and give him Jorge Masvidal, if anything. We'll see. We'll see how that division unfolds itself, unfortunately. Why is a good note here. Life is good. As a motherfucker. Absolutely. You know what's funny? I was reading that comment, and my first thought, what's up, J-Dub, was that to read it in Jeff Goldblum voice, which is life good as a motherfucker. Appreciate that. Anyway. No, you didn't hit me back. Coming up close here. Ooh. Oh, man. Patolo could get a stoppage here if Marquez is able to keep up this pressure when he shoots in just to kind of save face. Ooh. This is very dangerous here. Marquez still has submissions. Tried for a little bit of what would look like a Japanese necktie. He is in trouble here. That arm is trapped. He's got to get out. He does get the tap. Holy shit. Marquez coming in with the last minute finish. And man, talk about being put under duress. And I see here a note that says Anaconda finished. I think that's the best way to describe what it is. I'm seeing over here Marquez as the Darce. What's up, Ice Pack? What's up, Kevin Alexander? Thank you guys for joining in. My name's Rafa Sparza. I host many shows, the two of which that are probably the most pertinent to you right now are Verbal Tap and the Grappling Hour. This has been a fantastic night of evenings. Fantastic night of evenings. Fantastic night of fights thus far in. We have seen a lot of great stuff. I see a note from Kevin Alexander that says great finish. Absolutely. Props to Marquez. We're going to do a cheers to him in just a second, but you know how you guys can get a cheers? You can give us a like and a share over on Facebook, or you can give us a subscription at Grappling Hour on our YouTube. Either of those will do the deal, but we give cheers to people like Marquez, who got a finish right now. We're going to do that right after he talks with Rogan. But, man, yeah, dude, seeing Patolo underneath that chin, that's heartbreaking because there's just small adjustments that dude needed to make, and he could have had it. And the hard part is I think sometimes you just try to make the best that you can out of the positions that you are put into. And it says, first fight on the main card, that is going to be a tough act to follow for the rest of the night. Absolutely. We've already seen some good fights here tonight, so we'll see how the rest of it plays out. Woo! What's up, Video Cadet? Welcome back to the show. Small adjustments are my... Stop that. Stop that. I am not some dumb group comment joke machine. That's the worst part as a meme maker, is when you see people get on one joke and you go, why are they laughing? This is literally a dumb joke. It's too much. I'm not doing it. What is up, Mario? What is up, Lamundo Garcia? Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic night. I like this. Anthony Arnold, I see you, fam. You can't be hiding too far in here. Micro adjustments, you fucking nerds. That's the worst part about seeing all of you guys get into a group. BJJ fanatics. You get somebody who goes, I'm really good at jiu-jitsu. Let's make fun of him. I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that. I might interview that dude, but even then it seems weird. It says, yo, did you see what the girl who beat Paige Van Zant was saying in the bare knuckle fight? Shit was hilarious. Yeah, if I remember correctly, she was like, Yeah, I'm not a person. That was wild. That was crazy, y'all. Like, I mean, back to Pain Van Dam for doing the thing, and I just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just gotta be real, y'all. Like, damn. I think that's what she said, right? Like, that's essentially what she was saying. It says, I've rewatched your Bobby Brown Dana White video meme like 20 times. Bro, I swear to God, anytime that song comes on, and I'll sing along with it, whenever they get to the rap with Bobby Brown's On Her Own, be like, came a crib, got their proton packs about that back, and they split. Found out about Vigo, the master of evil. Try to battle my boys. That's fucking illegal. Like, that's the only way I sing the song in my car. So I thought one day I just need to meme it and make it out. I'm a feeling. Thank you. I fucking forgot. I was trying to figure out the wording as I was doing it live. It's just, yeah, I'm feeling. And it was like, you know what? You are. Most people are not instantaneously meme human beings, but she did. It says, Ami, did you see Muhammad Bilal? I did. So Joe Rogan is interviewing Marquez right now. Let's see what he has to say. Put that on my tombstone. Absolutely. Dude said I'm not a person, I'm a feeling. I was like, what the fuck is going on with bare knuckle? Absolutely, dude. Marquez. This is weird. Marquez is cutting the most 80s WWE promo of all time. No. Marquez is doing the best he can to become a UFC marketer. What's happening? Like, what the fuck is happening? It says Christopher James Velez. What is this? Marquez is a hype man now? Why was he talking with Dana White before this? About this? Wouldn't it just be like, I hope you win tonight? Dana White did not go up to him and say like, hey dummy, I need you to fucking go out there and create a hashtag that nobody in the fucking world will be able to follow, but just go out there and just fucking sell it. Joe, forget about that. Yeah, absolutely. Dude! Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. You said his chest hair reminds me of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's what I'm saying. It's a full 80s vibe, bro. Don't be jealous, Rich. I know you're jealous of his chest hair. That's what I could see from all this. Oh, God. He ended by asking Miley Cyrus to be his Valentine, and my brain is not. Mate, here's the problem. It says I put you in loud. Please don't use the F word. Here's the problem. I do what I do. If you come to this show, you come to watch me, and I curse. I have a lot of people in here who don't love that, but they go somewhere else. So no, that's not what it's going to be. I'm gonna curse if I want. Miley Cyrus, what the fuck is going on with this interview? Absolutely, Christopher James Velez. My head hurts. Absolutely. Let me see the comments over for the Instagram real quick here. And it says, what the fuck? His chest hair is airbrushed on? Very Chael Sonnen cringe. Don't put him in the same category as that. Chael Sonnen, as cringe as he is not that. And Chael has basically given these guys a roadmap that many of them are following. I know, huh? I see the dye dripping. It says, like Charlie Sheen, Tiger's Blood. Absolutely. Your reactions made his awful promo worth it. Thank you, Kevin. I'm just trying to be as real as possible, fam. I don't know how to react to it other than looking at it and going, ugh. Like, this is what you would see if I was over at your house. Because as much as people are getting drunk and having a great time, when I'm trying to dial into stuff like this, I'm over on the couch going, y'all watching this? Like, am I the only one that's watching this nonsense? Whatever. Oh, Marquez negative 10,000 street cred. You know what the worst part is? I have to do a toast him because he got a finish. And it says Wrecking Ball dates Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay, let me go ahead and take this from the top. I have to do a cheers. It's a policy on the show to do a toast to those who get finishes within regulation. Technically, he did get a finish within regulation. So, this toast goes on out to one Julian Marquez. Listen, bro, here's the thing. When you win, we don't need you to do any marketing. We just need you to get out there, enjoy your time. You were a beast. You got a fucking amazing choke finish to end the fight. All of us want to just toast you for that, but then you cut like a weird promo, and honestly, I think I'm more confused than I was when you started talking. Nonetheless, here's a cheers to you. We love you. We hope you get all of the things you dream of. Cheers to you, bud. And if I'm being honest, I blame this chat section. I'm going to go back here. Drain Daddy LLC. This is on you because, yeah, somebody else just wrote after that I'm a feeling wins post-fight. All of us are in the same place now. You put that voodoo on us by even inciting that I'm a feeling. Because that's what we got out of Marquez in just a few seconds ago. A national treasure. Don't do that to him. Miley Cyrus is a national treasure. Julian Marquez is just the dude that got a choke that all of us are confused by. That was fucking weird. Chest hair dye 2021. Yeah, that better be what the fuck you're doing in this year's WWE BJJ week. Hey, it's a good time to remind you kids, WWE BJJ week is almost upon us. 2021. What is WWE BJJ week? Well, first of all, if you don't know, I don't know how you're watching this, but allow me to give you some education here. WWE BJJ week is essentially the week in which we ask fans and friends of the show to create pro wrestling meets jiu-jitsu videos. And every year we crown a king and a queen of this whole section. So this year we're looking for submissions from our friends. Go ahead and put together your favorite pro wrestling moments. You can show us a technique. You can have matches. We are asking you guys to go ahead and submit some. It is the week before WrestleMania, so I'm putting out that information to you guys right now. And I'm just saying that our good friend Rich over here seems to be chest hair envious that maybe that's what he's got to go with. So I'm just saying, if he's got the guts to do it, I don't think he will. We'll see. It says, what am I drinking? I'll go back and tell you. Thanks for showing up. TBJJ-esque. It is Tapa Tapa in collaboration with Casa Agria Specialty Ale, and it is called The Way Forward is Back. And it's quite good. It is a clear East Coast IPA. It's been super delicious. It's been treating me well all day tonight. Spiraling Void, I see you. Thank you for joining us. We are having a great time here watching UFC 258. The second of the pay-per-view fights is coming up right next. And it says, what are the dates? Offhand, I don't remember. Let's just say end of March-ish is probably what we're doing. So we do give prizes to those people who win WWE BJJ Week. But yes, it is traditionally the last week of usually around March. But it's the week before WrestleMania. So whenever that is, y'all look that up. And then just know it's the week before. And so we try to feature as many of those and have as much fun as possible. And I always see the best videos coming in. But I haven't seen my man Rich ever submit a WWE BJJ video. You know what I mean? He's got his own gym. So just saying, maybe he should do that. I got to tell you guys, I'm excited for this March 6th card. 3 championship fights. We're talking heavyweight, featherweight, and bantamweight divisions. That's going to be fire. What is up, John Pimeno? You guys are the best. We are having an incredible evening thus far in. I am very much enjoying all of you guys. All of the love we've been getting on both our main broadcast, our Instagram broadcast. It's already been a fantastic evening. So shoot your questions at me while we are waiting for the broadcast to get on to its next fight. I also have to give a toast on out. Okay, Christopher, I don't remember. Did I give a toast to you? I don't think I did. And Adam Woods, you need to get a toast because I just saw you give us a share right now. And it says UFC 259, what a card. And it says FR might even pay for that card out of his spec. You know what? Cheers to you. That's what's up. That's how you know. And it says not the second one. Fair. Let me see. Not the second one. That's what I thought. Okay. We'll take care of that right now. All right. This cheers goes on out to one Christopher James Velez. A lot of you guys don't know this, but Christopher James Velez was actually the first hardcore champion of the WWE. A lot of people don't really remember that because the hardcore title is one that always seems to be a forgotten title. But he is a flag bearer. He is a trendsetter. He is basically the man. Of course, he only held it for 30 seconds. But, you know, who's really going to say? Who remembers those things? Cheers to you, Christopher James Velez. Much love to you, bro. It says, who do you think TJ will get in his return fight? Man, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try to throw fucking Faber at him. Because, like, is Faber retired? I don't know. I know that you're looking at TJ trying to bill himself into, like, some of these fights. I thought that TJ at one point was trying to sell himself on, his name's escaping me right now. Wasn't he trying to get former king of that, Aldo? I thought he was trying to do that. 1-2-3 Kid was the GOAT. Absolutely, bro. Bro, 1-2-3 Kid makes every jobber think that they have a chance. Like, when Rich tries to tell me that he could take my WWE BJJ title, like, that's the example he's going off of. Now, granted, he's not going off the fact that statistically he doesn't have enough weapons or an arsenal to really ever take away my WWE BJJ title, but it's nice that he thinks that he does. The note here I got here is... That's pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to share... maybe I do. Let's go ahead and see this. This comes to us from our friend, Senor Adam Woods. I'm going to see if I can pull this up for y'all. For you guys, I have to show you a different version. What's up, Alex Fidel Garcia? Much love to you. I'm going to see if I can save the image and then import it on the main broadcast. And it says, shine that belt up. It's coming home, Raf. Dude, you have to work your way up. You can't just get a title shot. You have done nothing to prove that you are at all title contention worthy. So at the very least, try and put yourself over by having one win in WWE BJJ. That's how it works in title fights. You work your way up the division. You don't just jump from being like, well, I was a guy who wrestled a long time ago in college. Real fun. Nobody cares. It says here, haha, yup. 1-2-3 Kid submitted Razor Ramon on Raw, right? He was Kid Kamikaze. 1-2-3 Kid moonsaulted Razor for the fall. That is correct. Ricardo Cardenas says levels because he gets it. He understands. Let me see here. Funkmaster or Yan? That's a good question. Sterling's been looking really good. I just have a thing with Yan right now. I think Yan might be doing it. It says Cody B seems to be really pushing for the Aldo fight. Yeah, I can see that happening. I also think TJ might get Sandhagen or a straight up title shot. Thank you for the correcting on that one. Yeah, I forgot that Cody was the one pushing for that one, which I'm fine with. That sounds like a fun one. And it says, what are the Valentine's plans for Producer Kelly? So Producer Kelly's at work right now. And it's also her birthday today, so yeah, that shows you how much we really plan to do it. This is how bad things got, though, yesterday. I was trying to do her birthday dinner yesterday, and so I told her, I was like, what do you want? Like, I'm going to get you whatever you want, so just tell me what kind of food you're feeling for your birthday. And she's like, pizza? And I go, no, I mean, I was going to get you, like, Wood Ranch or something really nice or expensive. Like, what do you want? And she's just like, I don't know. Guess what we had? Pizza. It was delicious, but I was like, yo, I could get you anything. The worst part was there's a really nice Italian place next to us, and she tells me, she goes, it would be so nice to get food from there. She tells me this at like 6:30, and I go, there's no way we're going to get that food. I call them up to see if they are serving, and they go, we're not doing takeout. And I was like, you could go fuck off then. Anyway, long story short, we're just kind of spreading out her birthday stuff throughout the week. What's up, Colin? Good to see you, bro. Prime rib. Dude, I wish. Colin, I hope you're having a great day. Dude, y'all are having a great night right now. Much love for you and your team, my friend. Give my best to our good friend Vince Cachero, but tell him I'm about to beat him the next time we roll. I don't know how, but I will. It's probably going to be cheating if I'm being honest. So that's what we got going on. And it says, TJ is a cheat and he broke my heart. Yeah, I mean, dude, I think we all knew he was on something. That's why I think the rest of... Like, there's a group of people who it hurt to hear that he was a cheater, and then there was the rest of us that go, yeah, it sounds right. Or, I knew that. So, it didn't really hurt me. I'm going to go ahead and put this photo that we got from friend of the show, one, according to Woods, who did the solid of comparing the Missile Crisis himself with one. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. But yes, that is Hacksaw juxtaposed with the man himself, Senor Marquez. Chest hair and all. Although, to be fair, Marquez has better chest hair. Good for him, man. All right. Oof. That's the day we're looking at right now. Let's take that one off. Got some new comments here. And let's see what I got. Double trouble or not. Yeah, I mean, the hard part is I normally get her what we call day after Valentine's flowers, because she's always like, yeah, I'd like some flowers. And I go, cool. They're expensive because your birthday happens to fall on the world's worst holiday. And like I told her, I go, here's what you get. You can get this little amount of flowers the week of your birthday. Or the day after, you can get this many. And Kelly, without fail, was like, oh, I will take the more. The more is the better. So every year, famously, the day after Valentine's Day, I go and get her as many flowers as possible for the world's best price. And this year, the new job that she has, one of her clients gave her a bouquet of like 50 roses. And I go, well, I'm not beating that, so fuck off. I just like the fact that one of her clients beat me completely on number of flowers that she would have gotten before her birthday. But after, I have a money spread that I do. Anyway, what's up, Rich? I see you. I see you laughing. Ho! Thank you very much for that, Woods. You're a good guy. Even though you took away one of the shares that you gave of the show, which I will never forgive you for. Like, never. It's like illegal. Oh, man. Yeah, not rough. That's rough. All right, tell me who you guys have on this one. Do you have Brian? I know that we already have a couple people here who have said that they're going to do this. This is how many left for even fight? I think you mean how many left are on the fight card. This is the second fight, so after this, there's 3 more. So I guess altogether, you can say there's 4 fights left because it has not started yet. What is it? LA2LB? Hello. Hello back to you. Yep. If you guys are going to say something, feel free to talk about whatever you want. It's just, if you just ask me to say hello, I'm just going to say a very nice, hello, good to see you. It says, chest hair appears to be a trend, but I got Ricky Simone. Ricky is a friend of the show, so I've got him too. It says, is Vieira on roids? That's a great question. I don't think so. Maybe in the past, possibly, but not currently. And if he was on roids, they did not work today. So Ricky Simone, I mean, here's the good news that we've kind of deduced. Even though, one, Rich Oriola is just jealous of chest hair, he is in agreement, though, that Ricky's wrestling already paying off thus far in against Boom Callagher and already starting to go to work from inside of the guard. But you can't disrespect, even though Ricky is not winning the chest hair battle, look at that fucking mullet. Ooh, across the neck and already starting to pull him down. Nice takedown indeed. What is up, Noah Gutierrez? Thank you very much for joining along. If you guys are enjoying this over on Instagram, give us some love. Give us some hearts. press over on the side and tell people that you are enjoying what you are seeing here. And if you give us a like and a share over on the Facebook, we give you a toast on air. And answer your question a little bit earlier. That's a 30-second title holder. It has to be a record. Actually, it's not. There are shorter terms, I believe, especially with the hardcore championship. Ricky looking very solid to begin with. And I think up top, Brian is noticing he is bleeding because he was touching the top of his forehead. So it is very much there. I saw a note here from Ricardo that says, on the bomba. Prove it. Possibly. That's the worst part about jiu-jitsu is they just weren't testing during his era. Boom Kelleher tried to go for a guillotine there and instead ends up with the Ricky Simone inside of his guard, who is already working to pass, is in half guard right now. There is still a possibility for a sweep, but Simone putting excellent pressure up on top and is going to come over this leg. If he can sift it out, he might need to support it by bringing that right leg over. But there is a head and arm possibility if he can continue on this trajectory right now. This is a very bad position for one Kelleher, as Christopher James Velez is already giving notes to the head and arm choke. It does not look like we're going to see a finish on that, though, but it is the choke of the podcast. Drain Daddy LLC says, good fight, MMA math leans to Jimmy, but we all know that MMA math doesn't work. Or does it? That's a good observation there. You really blew our minds with that analysis, though. Oh, MMA math doesn't work? Drive that shoulder in deeper with the head and arm choke. Absolutely. It is hard to pull off, though, in this sort of setting, though, Rich. I would remind you, a lot of the times the slipperiness starts to take in. And sometimes the little common things that give you the submission finish, we've seen even tonight. Adolfo had the back of his opponent a little bit earlier tonight and still wasn't able to finish. LA2LB asks, what belt are you? I am a purple belt, though I would not say a good one. You know, I'm all right. I do okay for myself. What is up, Tommy TS2K? Oof. Look at all of these reads by Ricky Simone every single time. Not only is he avoiding the punch, but he knows how to anticipate a beautiful takedown each time. And it says, dude, that double leg indeed. Ugh. And Simone's relentlessness on just getting the takedowns and making the most for it. He's 3 out of 5 on 60% on the takedowns. But what that statistic does not include is how impressive each one of them can be. Again, Simone setting up this head and arm choke. Kelleher starting to move the arm, which you can do in this position when you don't have that pressure on top of you. So it is possible to keep a little bit of distance, but Simone making up for it with a lot of shoulder pressure on the side. Kelleher trying to guillotine the neck from that position. That's not going to work. But you know what? Good for you for trying, because it does give you the opportunity to come back up. And that eye, cut above the eye, is bleeding fairly profusely, where I think it is actually impacting the vision of Brian as he is circling around. And it says, have you played Valheim? No. Can't say I have, but thank you for offering that question. I did ask you to ask me anything, so there's that. Oof. You're already looking at something that is super bloody. Simone looking real good in this first round. Enjoying what we have in front of us. Let's keep things going. 10 seconds in this first round. We're about to see it go to the second in just a few seconds. Let's keep it going. All right, and that is the end. And it says, behold the power of the mullet. Absolutely. Let's hope those quartermen are able to kind of patch up a little bit of that cut over. Yeah, that's a nice cut, man. And there is a nice shoulder shrug. Here's the only thing I don't love about this camera angle is that when the people who are using it do a rack focus, the automatic rack focus makes it look really, really garbagey because it like rack focuses onto, say, the cornerman instead of the actual focus of this. I don't know that we need to be this high def in this. I think we're okay. Does anybody here disagree with this? Does anybody else have some sort of stupid belief that Kelleher won that round? And it says, have you seen Bruce Buffer's fake abs? I have. And you know what? They're incredible. What is up, Marcelo? Good to see you, sir. And it says, interesting combo starter on weight cutting. And DC says, well, it's part of our sport. Well, it's part of our sport. It's just not for DC. Towel? Anybody? Yo, when DC should never talk about weight cutting. First of all, he's in the big boy division where anytime he did have to cut weight, it was literally a much different variation than I think most people's. That's why whenever he was doing light heavy, he'd just go, DC, bro, just stay heavy. Like, that's where you belong. And it says, pause because I wasn't using the app. I am using the app, you dick. It says, he got fake abs. Yeah, there are some pretty prominent photos of Bruce Buffer where the abs are, how do I put this? Not possible? Or improbable is a better word. And it says, not Brucey. This says, I need that weight cutting. We all do. It says, hey, Alpha, passing by to say hello. Miss you so much, Marcelo. It's been too long. It says, yes, but he does have fake abs. So, or you know what? He does have abs that he's worked very hard for or paid a lot for. And I'm not going to hate on it because I don't have it. And it says, is it synthol or a synthol? I don't know, dude. I'm not in charge of these things. I can't tell you one way or another. I can tell you that he paid well for them if he did get them. So those are the notes that we have in front of us. Second round happening right on our televisions at 3:43. Kelleher trying to throw a kick and Simone not having any part of it. The cut above the eye is busted open yet again. And you're seeing Simone use a few of these jabs. Nice kick there by Kelleher, who then eats something for it. There is a heel hook opportunity here, but Simone very wisely rushes out of it and says, wait, let me text Bruce real quick, fellas. Please do. He's a friend of our show as well, so you can tell him Raph from Verbal Tap says hello. And that is fake abs look better than my real abs, which are non-existent. So, womp womp. It says, geez, Bruce. Oof, we did see a couple shares. I will get to them. I will acknowledge them very quickly. But I see we got another potential share. Let me double check this, though. On our Facebook side, just double checking here. Yes, Adam Woods, we will get you a share in just a few moments. Meanwhile, we are watching at 2:40 mark. Simone putting on a very, very good exhibition of his skills thus far in. There's still a lot of fight to go, but things are leaning very nicely. What's up, McDojo Life? What's good to see you, my friend? Lapel Mafra, thank you very much for coming in. Yeah, I think Brian Kelleher is kind of blind right now. Every time I see a full face shot on him, it just looks, ugh. What up, homie? It says McDonough. McDojo in the house. It says, what's up, McDojo Life? Yeah. Love the friends over at McDojo Life doing the Lord's work of making sure that bullshit martial artists don't get way with the dumb things that they do. It says, update, Bruce says he's had a 12-pack since he was 2. Yeah, also not real. Yo, this is a great question, and I don't know where this came from, but LA2LB says, do you berimbolo? Look at me. Do I look like I berimbolo? Take a hard look, and then figure out how old I am. And then figure out how sad it would look if I do berimbolo. You know what? I'll press this question over to our friend Rich Ariola. Rich, do I berimbolo? Have you ever worried about a berimbolo when rolling with me? You'll get your answer shortly. Ricky Simone back up on the cage. I can share Imbola. We like to call it, what is that? Oh, I beer Imbolo. Nah. Go. Absolutely not was his answer. It's true. I really don't. And I've had coaches that are like, man, I'm pretty sure you could. I was like, no, it's not going to work. But bless you for believing in me, because I don't. Christopher James Velez says, you can beer and bolo like a panda. So John Evans, famously a coach of mine for many years, he would do everything in his power to be like, everybody can berimbolo Raf. You can do it. You do this warm up. You do that warm up. Now just combine them with this. And then he would watch me do it. And watching him run out of spirit as it was happening, it was like a reverse Tinkerbell. I watched him die. Like, he had so much faith in me. And I was just telling him the whole time, I go, John, I'm really trying. And he goes, I know. It's really not good. And I was like, no. Sorry, bro. I'm really bad at this. I'm like barely passable at jiu-jitsu. So even doing a basic move like a berimbolo, not going to happen. Anyway, let's share this to a couple more places. I'm going to give this a share on my profile as well, just to make sure we get some folks joining in with us. Late body kick? You know what? When you're fighting, you should expect late body kicks or punches at all times. Main card. Join in. Though, you know what, though? Now that I say this, I'm going to 100% do that to Rich next time we roll, just so I can surprise him. That's not a great kick there. That does seem a little... What is up, Lord Dr. Pallet? Oh, Marcelo. Take care, Hoffa. That kick dug deep. Yeah, it really did. Absolutely. Here we go. Third and final round right now, happening in front of all of us. Appreciate you guys. Send me your questions. Tell me what's good all the way through. I will get to some shares in just a moment, aka some toast for people who have done likes and shares for us thus far in. Appreciating everybody right now who's joining along with us. Cancel. Well, bam. So, oof. I mean, Killer's looking better in this fight now. So there is that going for him at this current juncture. But Simone has been pretty handily ahead throughout the fights tonight. So I just saw another share from Adam Woods, who didn't delete this one, so I'll take care of that one in a little bit as well. So Ricky's just trying to weigh down on Kelleher. He might have some success with it. Keller's trying to attack the hands up against the fence. Simone's probably, spinning back shit. Does not really get much there. It says here, what do you think about the feud between Gordon and Galvao? Like, fucking make out or don't, you know? Here's what's happening. I don't know that any of us are going to see this. What's up, Carlos? It says they asked Galvao how much he really said all. Yeah, dude. Seeing them pose together at ADCC back in 2019, you got this feeling like, are we really going to see this? And my thought was, the only way you're really going to see it is if it happens right in front of our face, right then, right there. Nice jumping guillotine attempt over there from kind of going from a guard, and he's eaten a lot for it. I also see a note here. I'll come back to the Galvao question. And it says, Johnny Utah, Simone stays conscious. It should be a lock at this point. Absolutely. I agree with you, Johnny. And it says, is that feud still going on between Gordon and Galvao? Well, here's the thing. This week, what's up, Dagestan John? And so Gordon has been angling for a match with Galvao, and this isn't even the first time that Galvao said, make it $1 million. It's sad because a lot of us who enjoy the sport would like to see the two of them grapple for the good of the sport, but it does seem like Galvao is trying to price himself out of it. Mo has famously gone on his social media to tell them, I can't make money doing that, so I'm not going to. I think it's obviously a ridiculous amount to ask for that just automatically prices him out. Simone might be in on a Kimura here, but Brian does an ecstatic amount of movement that gets him out of trouble. The problem that we have in this situation is now you have two egos that are just going to try and compete with each other in a very dangerous game of, well, I guess both of them are okay with it not happening. Obviously, Gordon would like to have it happen so that he could solidify his base that when he says he's the best, he is the best. And he currently probably is. The big question mark has been, can he beat Galvo? And Galvo seems to contend in every conversation he would handily beat Gordon. That's a good question. None of us really know how that would look. And now it looks like we may not ever really see how it would look. $1 million is ridiculous, though. Like, it's a good aspiration, and props to him for making it happen to say that. And it says, well, and Galvo is going to age out also. Yeah, absolutely, dude. That's why it's ridiculous. That's why when people say, I want to see Khabib versus GSP, and I'm like, bro, I don't. I know GSP is a freak of a human being and an athlete, but unless you can give me 2009 GSP versus current Khabib, it's not that interesting to me. It just isn't. So anyway, it's a sad one that goes to the ages now of probably not going to happen. And if they do happen to make it something that does unfold, they will appeal to the better sportsmen of these two. I don't have much hope for it, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they still make it happen. I'm just not expecting anything. I do think, though, that it throws a wrinkle into ADCC's I'll see you in 2 years format, which is ridiculous. And it says, why did Ryan take Nicky's match? I think he just respects the game that Jimenez plays. So this is an easy question. What's up, Lori? Rather see them in the octagon? No. God, that would be terrible. Shango, what's up? That's a ridiculous amount to ask for. Absolutely it is. LeBron or Jordan? Jordan. I love LeBron now because he's a Laker, but LeBron and I famously had words. And by being famously, I just talked about him on my podcast. I don't know, man. I've grown to like him a lot, and I think he's obviously a great of our era. So I have no issue with him. But I will tell you the one thing that LeBron can potentially beat Jordan at is I think he could probably be a better actor in Space Jam than Michael Jordan. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. I agree. I enjoy both, and let them both be king of their eras. That's the only issue that we're going to have now, is that you are going to have Gordon pronounce himself as king of an era where he can say it, but he's not going to be able to say it with that certainty that he wanted. So that's that. I enjoy both. Thank you. My pleasure. It says, FR, I was always salty about GSP. I feel like he would have stayed retired if anyone other than Mikey Bisping was champ. No disrespect to Bisping. What's up, Michael? But love him. No, I thought the same thing. I'm pretty sure GSP was sitting at home being like, retirement is very nice, but Michael Bisping, I can beat him, even as fat as I am right now. And fat for GSP is like 10 pounds overweight, you know. He goes through, he comes back, and I thought that same thing too, because I just thought, first of all, Bisping almost might not have been champion if the Disney fucking prince that was Luke Rockhold didn't take him as seriously as he should have, you know? Like, it looked like Rockhold was just thinking he was going to go out there and coast, and I thought that was a huge detriment, because I was like, dude, Rockhold should beat Bisping. That should work. And then he just didn't give a shit, and it was hard to watch. Michael Courier, I also expect a WWE BJJ video from you next month. It's coming out for the next year. Ariel Hawani is talking about, Chael Sonnen's been talking about Ricky Simone for years, as if Chael's the only person talking about Ricky. Dude, we were talking about Ricky before he was talking about him. Anyway, I think GSP didn't want to deal with Hendricks in his prime. I mean, did you see GSP's face after the fight? Ouch. I was there for that fight. It would have been good to see GSP versus Hendricks too. Probably not that great, actually. And who knew what Hendricks was on at that time, if we're being honest? How about the decline of Hendricks after the USADA? Thank you. And it says 11 out of 10 GSP impression. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, dude. You know what we missed? We didn't even say this properly. He didn't have the chest hair, but he got this. And you know what? This is like, you know, you're trying out there, Ricky Simone. I see you, bro. That mustache is, it's struggling, bro. It's definitely trying to be a thing, but oh man. Maybe if he just goes and, you know, takes his vitamins and says his prayers, maybe that might grow into a real mustache one day. But for right now, yikes. Sad to see. Let me see here. The BJ, or the GOAT in BJJ seems to be weird given the amount of formats that BJJ has. Yeah, the issue is just that people just want to call themselves the GOAT. They can do it a number of times because they don't really have to say that they're the GOAT of anything that is universal. They're like, I'm the GOAT asterisk of just gi jiu-jitsu. I'm the GOAT of half guard. Yeah, that's okay. It's weird. Sad to see the decline of Hendricks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Question here. Crazy how Rockhold went from world beater to absolute meme. Yeah, that's what happens. The mustache took the fight on short notice. That's a great joke. Put that. Can I pin that? Let me see. Pin comment. That's so good. That's the comment to beat. I'm going to cheers that one, Shango. I didn't know I can do that, but now I just discovered it. What are your thoughts on American Jiu-Jitsu? You mean like Americans doing Jiu-Jitsu? The whole concept of Americans trying to have a foothold in a sport that is long belonged to other cultures, and that in true American form, everybody goes, no, we invented it. No, I think the real push is, what does American Jiu-Jitsu mean? American Jiu-Jitsu to me means that we now are adding to a part of a culture and a part of an art that sometimes seems like it's being supplemented by just being called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I would say that American Jiu-Jitsu is going to continue thriving. I think it's going to continue being great. What I think is weird is how quickly and how hurt so many Brazilians are when they're like, whoa, don't call it American Jiu-Jitsu. That's not reasonable. And it's like, dude, we call it BJJ because of the Brazilians. Like, gee, chill the fuck out, man. Like, it just means we're not diminishing you. We're just adding new shit to it. And maybe there are some people who are Americans who are kind of pioneering some great shit. BT dubs. Usman is styling and profiling tonight. Everybody look at what this man is wearing. This dude is either going to a wedding right now, or he is about to present at the Tonys. That is some classy ass style. And you know what? No disrespect to Burns. I like the shiny tie, the purple suit. He looks like a little Joker minion right now, or Joker year one. I can see that right now. All right, here we go. But here's what I would say. I love Americans doing jiu-jitsu, wanting to take hold of their own destiny and going out there and trying to prove what it is that we can do that helps to move the sport forward. If some people have issue with that, I think that they may have to identify the fact that I don't think they're trying to neglect an entire beginnings of the sport or what makes it great. I think it's just, hey, maybe look at it as a competition of maybe you guys need to keep pioneering. You need to keep pushing it forward because there are a number of very prominent Americans who have started breaking grounds on some of those podiums. And I think it is an exciting time to see them do their thing. So hopefully they will take it more as friendly competition rather than You don't like Brazilian and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu no more? You guys are disrespectful. That's not that. Question here. Is Ryan Hall going to get a fight anytime soon? What's going on with that dude? Well, he's injured, so I just hope he's okay. Apparently, he got injured while training. I'd love to see him come back. I thought Ryan Hall got injured. Shango, bless. What's up, Monte? No shit. Had no clue. Yeah. What's up, Blake? Bro, it's been a while. How have you been, man? Hope you're doing well. When you get back to LA, I would love to train with you again, bro. Applause. Love that you went with the Tonys. I mean, bro, that's what people look like who host the Tonys. I'm an award show geek, I know. Burns' suit. He's giving a keynote. Where's the respect? Ricardo, no respect for Burns' swag. It's okay, but you're not going to beat somebody coming in a tux. Again, much like there are levels to WWE BJJ champions, me, and WWE BJJ jobbers, Rich, there are levels on style. If you can pull off a style that is unique and different, dope. But the problem is tonight you can't beat the guy who's in the tux. That's a rule. That's a law. It says, dude, Usman is dressed to impress. And it says Simone needs to talk to Felder to get that die. Yeah, that's funny. LA2LB just writes question mark. I don't know what that's in regard to. You're going to have to tell me. It says haters want to hate and lovers want to love. I don't know what that means or what fortune cookie you got that from, but okay. No respect for Burns' swag. And it said fight night in a tux is basically stepbrothers showing up for a job interview. I don't think so, dude. I think that you are in an older age of the UFC. We're not talking UFC 1 now. We're talking about UFC, a professional era. I wouldn't show up in a tux. I would get a fucking money-ass suit and show up and be great in that. But when the dude shows up in the tux, damn, dude, how do you beat that? You got to come with something better. And I don't care how shiny it is. Oh, I asked you if you believe in Valentine's Day. Ish. I'm biased. My wife's birthday is the day after, wife's birthday is the 13th. Valentine's Day is the 14th. So me personally, no. Because it's literally just 2 days of a birthday. And that's a lot of flowers. So, that's just me? I don't know. One year I didn't get her flowers for both days. And she was like, did I do something wrong? I was like, oh, no. God damn it. Okay. No. It says it wasn't from a fortune cookie. It was a Cracker Jack box. Yeah, no. My BB tripping. Good Lord. All right. You're getting Gastelum. You're getting Heinch. Who do you guys have? Tell me in the comment section right now. You got a few seconds before we go. So tell me, who do you have? Hit me in the comment section before it's too late. And then I make fun of you for trying to get in after the fact. I love this. Vince Cachero gave us a follow back on the Twitter. Love you, bro. It's been too long. Vince Cachero, also a UFC fighter. Mad love and respect for the man himself. He fights, I believe, in 2 more weeks. We'll be doing another one of these for him as well. And it says, womp womp. Oh, fuck. Yeah, how can you not go for the dude who comes out to mariachi music? And it says, Drain Daddy LLC, I will take Kelvin. Shango Dixon saying he's taking Gastelum. Whoa. The disrespect from the wrestler here. Gastelum, if he doesn't gas out. Yo, fam. Next time I see you gas out, Rich, I will come back and this comment will haunt you. What's up, Elliot Kelly? What's up? Hope you're doing good. I just saw that you were out of the performance center. I hope that was fun, man. It looks great. I see a note here that says, Kelvino. Kelvin is so hot and cold. I think he comes out flat and takes the L. Michael Courier is coming out with a lot of aggression here tonight. But as I mentioned, will he be able to back that up next month at WWE BJJ Week? Uncertain. He's told me that he's done some WWE BJJ-esque videos. I have no proof of that. Do you know the song that Gastelum is coming out to? That's racist. Also, I do, but I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't want to. Coming out to Mariachi, yes, absolutely. For goodness sake, where's the respect? Absolutely. One better needs Kelvin Gastelum to win by decision for the third leg of their 2,500 parlay. If he wins, it would be $32,000. Okay, that's pretty good. I'd get that. I'm into that. That's dope. Let me go ahead and give a toast here real quick because we had some folks give us some shares. So I'll take care of that. I see we had a share. We have 2 shares over this way. I did one for Christopher James Velez. I'm going to do one for Adam Woods. This toast goes on out to our good friend, Senor Adam Woods. Adam Woods is one of the guys who, when they were coming out with DVDs, was telling people like, you know, it feels like it could be better definition. I think you guys need to create a array. It could be blue. I don't know. Put that on out there. Charge people maybe $20 more. And then he saved the DVD industry for like 5 years until it died again. But cheers to you, Adam Woods. Much love to you, bro. It says, Rasa shit. Maybe he really wants to know the song. Well, dude, you know what that is? That's called Shazam. Get fucking Shazam and do that shit. Don't ask me. I don't know everything. And more importantly, like, maybe I just don't want to say it. I don't know. I'm just messing with you guys. This is a good matchup. I agree with you. I love how it looks. I love just the stylistic differences between the two. I want to root for Gastelum. I'm with a lot of you, though. I'm very nervous about how this is going to go for him. Sometimes there are certain fighters that you just kind of get a little nervous to watch have this many. And even Ben Folks is saying, like, which Gastelum is going to show up. Like, that doesn't inspire the most confidence in the world, but I am just trying to root for the guy to root for him. Does that seem about right? Does that seem where you guys are kind of at on this one too? Like you're almost rooting for him out of duty. Like you've been through a lot with the dude. I don't know. There we go. I think I might have to do... I don't remember if I did a toast for Anthony Hernandez. Chris, remind me if I did. It says, me too. Let's hope he surprises us. Ian Heinz going in with a takedown, which already makes me concerned. Had it for a split second. Now is kneeing him in the hole, if you would. The Grammy rollout here for Kelvin, who looks like it wasn't going to work out for him, but gets up and he has double unders up against the cage. Okay. That's good. What is up, Marky? 12-11. Ugh. Ian is already working on this straight arm that looks like it's fucking up Kelvin. Kelvin could tap in this position, but let's see if he can just maybe get the arm back to his body. This is a really bad separation just in terms of how close you want to keep it to the body. This Kimura could be in place here. Kelvin may have to submit, but he does not. I was actually going to say he might have to give up the position, but he was able to work his way through it. Good for him, man. Ian has crackhead strength, literally. You know, I'm not going to say that, but I did just read it. Oh, yeah, DC just crowd him. DC never missing an opportunity to be dramatic as he can be. I don't know if I would call it crackhead strength, but I definitely call it very strong strength. Is that a thing? Is that what we can call it? Kelvin now on the back here. And you do see that Ian Heinz is still holding on to that arm. Could be a Kimura that he could contain on this way. Ugh, that is looking dicey. Kelvin is putting up with a lot of this, and I feel like that arm is going to be a little more neutralized. And it says back in the limits. I think it's just because he's underneath and he's mounted and he's keeping this pressure on here. You would think that Kelvin would need to give up the position, but instead just kind of maneuvers out of it, which is okay. So Kelvin is now in the mount position. 239 to go for here. And Kelvin's got the kind of body type that can keep you stuck in this position for a little bit. Kelvin trying to make the most of it. Might start throwing a little bit here. Solid work. Goes for an elbow. Don't really know if it connected too much. And it says Christopher James Velez. Ugh. Heinz gets back up very quickly. Throws a kick just to kind of make sure he's got some distance. Kelvin coming in very quickly. And both of them exchange, both ducking and connect. And it says, thank God he didn't finish because every white belt would be trying that. I know. Finishing the Kimura from mount. Yeah, we don't need that in our lives right now. Strong strength is the strongest strength. Sometimes you just say shit that you're like, that sounds so dumb, but I think I'm going to say it. And I appreciate you guys for appreciating how much I appreciate it. Ian used to be a drug mule and shit. Yeah, I did know that about him. It always seems like a weird factoid to get, though. Being like, well, you know, he's developed a really strong stamina from being a drug mule. Did you guys know that? No, but thank you, UFC. All right, Kelvin up on a single. Changes it. Does get him dumped down a little bit here. And you're going to watch again. Ian Heinz probably going again for that arm. In this position. Kelvin up. Dumps him down. What's up, Jackson? 54 seconds left in this very first round. And it says, drug mule as a fighting style. It's actually an option on most Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat games. You're going to be like, what style do you want to play? Drug mule? It is sounding windy out there. Kelvin looked like he wanted to connect on Ian, who was not really even in the way of that strike. 27 seconds left to go. It's an interesting first round. I mean, I think Heinz is still going to have more control time, or at least more attacks. So maybe he has the first round. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you guys are in the same note here. It says 20 stripe red belt in drug deal. Oof. Swing and a miss there, but Ian. Yikes. All right. Well, do you guys have that scored differently than I do? What do you think? Do you think that Heinz did enough to take it, or do you think that Kelvin had that mount control and was pushing a little bit more for the second half? What is up, the Matt? What is up, the Messiah? Look over here. I can't tell if we have Jordan or Street Messiah. He has two different personas here. The Street Messiah is his heel persona. Some of you don't know that side. I know that side. The heel persona is the one that was cheering Hernandez, tapping out an 80cc gold medalist, which the disrespect on that so high. LMAO about Perry. Absolutely. LA2LB says, have you ever bought Reebok UFC gear? No, because I like my money. Why would you buy that? Like, think about that. Even when they came out and I said, I hope they give the fighters money. Foolish Raf back in 2014. They didn't give them shit. But they go, well, why wouldn't you buy some? That would help them. That would give them some money. I was like, they're not going to give them shit either. If you buy those kits, they're not going to make any money from it. And guess what? Did not. But thank you for asking. I like this. Jordan saying, you're a clown. Well, you know what, dude? You're a clown. And more importantly, I just like that this should empower people like Jordan, whose jiu-jitsu is like, okay, to feel like they can take out people like Hidalgo or me. Now, granted, that's the only time anybody will put Hidalgo and me in the same sentence, but I did, so I feel better about that. It says, bro, UFC site has the most random shit. Yes, they do. Have you guys seen, not only do they have the BMF belt for $850, which, by the way, if you spend money on that, just send it to me. And two, they have UFC bracelets. That shit is the one that blows our minds. None of us can get anywhere beyond that one. It says the UFC Fan Expo has dwindled to a canopy because of Reebok. Man, I hope that once this Corona thing's over, we can go back to some of those expos, because that was fun to cover. I covered some of those fights back in the day. It says, Jiu-Jitsu Goth, what's up, Raph? What's up? How are you feeling tonight? You feeling dark? Is that what Goths feel like? I don't always know. Great takedown work over here by Gastelum. His takedowns landed 4. Previous best was 3. And he could potentially push out of here into this kind of weird quarter guard and start working his way to advancing up. Instead, he's maybe letting Ian kind of get the turtle here, but still controlling him relatively well. Ian going to start standing up, getting graded against the cage here. Might be able to turn back into him. Kelvin tries for a strike. Ian doesn't really have time for it. There's 3 minutes left on the clock, so we haven't even really hit the middle part of this fight thus far in. And yet Kelvin's still holding on. Decent control thus far in. And it says, dwindled. I see you. It's me, Das Bro. You know I'm always dark. Of course I do. I just got to double check. And it says, Dana who called everyone who bought a kid a fucking dummy. Probably. Dana is like that, though. Dana is definitely the person who's like, if you guys bought fucking UFC Fight Pass, you're fucking dumb. It's all on ESPN now. Probably be like, yeah, you're right. But he would never tell you that at the beginning. He would wait to tell you that. It says the Fan Expo used to be awesome with all the fighter sponsors, lots of free stuff. They hosted tournaments as well there. The tournaments were fire, man, and some of the super fights they put together were great. They would put that together on International Fight Week. I used to love, like I said, I loved covering it. Nice scrambles here by both gents. Gastelum and Heinz looking very solid there. And it says, Reebok is a joke. Any word on when Venom deal will start? I believe it is, oh my god, is the future now? Is it supposed to be this year at some point? I think it's supposed to be this year. I remembered reading an article last year that said it's supposed to take place at some point in the upcoming year. We're in the upcoming year now, so who knows? Gastelum is at least implementing a better strategy and is now kind of running around with Heinz, who looks a little lost in this round, if you're asking me. Reebok deal is trash. Well, yeah, it is, and now we know that. Thoughts on Uncle Dana hounding Khabib 24/7? I mean, he's just trying to make money off of Khabib. That makes sense. I got no issue with that. What I have issues are the following. 1, name a new champion. 2, leave Khabib alone. Like, he really doesn't want to fight anymore. And the problem is, Khabib, if you're asking me if he has a problem, yeah, stop blaming your mom as if you don't want to fight. You either want to fight or you don't. But to be like, I would, but my mom doesn't want me to fight. It's like, bro, don't put that on her. She doesn't need that bullshit. She lost a husband. Like, nobody needs that bullshit. Just say, you know what? I had some family things go on, and I just decided I don't want to. But to go and retire and be like, I would, but mom, can't I? No, she says I can't, guys. I don't buy that shit. I think that's potentially a negotiation tactic, but more often it just sounds like a really dumb way of coping up front from a guy who is very dominant and doesn't need to do that sort of stuff. But I don't think he thinks in that way, so it's whatever. What's up, Aaron J. Reed? Good to see you. That's just my opinion. And honestly, I don't know that there's anything else I really want to see him do in there anymore. Of course, it doesn't help when Dana White's like, you know, Khabib, he made a decision that he's going to decide in a week, which is not anything that's a really good way of promoting it. Like, all of us are like, okay, well, if he sees something that apparently impresses him, he's going to consider it. And then there were impressive knockouts, and Khabib goes, no. Like, get the fuck out of here with that excuse, too. These are all dumb things. Legrand facts. Khabib is getting a title shot on Street Beefs. We actually know people. In fact, there was somebody in here who's been on Street Beefs before. Let me see if they're still around. They are not. But they won their fight, so congrats to them. I think it's funny when Dana calls Oscar de la Hoya a cokehead. I mean, he can really whip the tar out of Dana. Yeah, but Dana's speaking on the style that is making money, and even De La Hoya's top ponies, who have made a pretty penny, have come back for him in the courtroom. And it's like, haha, they were like, tune in before the fights for Khabib's decision. Yo, I cannot tell you how embarrassing that was. On a scale of LeBron announcing his decision and taking his talent somewhere else, to Khabib sitting there and going like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do dick. Make somebody else champion. And Dana going, his decision is he needs more time to think about it. It's like Dana was asking for an extension on his homework. Shut the fuck up. What's up, Heather? It says, Dana's all just butthurt that he lost the opportunity for Tony versus Khabib and Khabib versus Conor too. That's true. I think Dana was really speaking from a hurt place when he saw that Dustin Poirier beat up his buddy Conor McGregor, and he saw like, there goes all my fucking money. Which, fine. Ooh, Heinz wants to make this a grappling game too. He goes in for a takedown, gets it, but immediately Kelvin gets right back up. This fight could be turning Kelvin's way, so we'll see how this plays out. LA2LB asks, what did you have for dinner? Well, I had pizza a little bit earlier. I don't exactly know what I'm going to have for dinner yet, but I'm going to eat probably when we're done here in about an hour. So the answer to your question is it spaghetti? Where'd you get it from?
Pitfire.
Oh, Pitfire. Okay. Pitfire Grill, a great place out here, local by me in North Hollywood. Mwah! Highly recommend it. Question here from Christopher James Velez. Ooh, that was good. Getting rid of that waist lock and coming straight around with a good hook there. Well done by Gastelum. Is Venom going to get the fighters more money? No. But, I mean, that's probably just facts. I can't tell you 100%. Dustin killed Dana's dreams. Yes, he did. Pizza from where? The pizza is by a place called Fresh Brothers. My wife found it at her work with some of her coworkers. She comes home one night and goes, just trust me. Have this. I did. It was delicious. We had it, I think, one of the days for Christmas or something like that. Well, then yesterday, she surprises me again, and she gets this kind of like mushroom, kind of like sausagey, kind of like concoction. And I go, I would have just rather gotten 2 pepperoni pizzas or something. Like, that seems better. I had a little bit of the pepperoni pizza. I don't even think that holds a candle to how good that mushroom pizza was. Because that, like, both her and I go, yoink, and immediately went straight eating that one. So props all go to her on that. And if you guys are ever around a Fresh Brothers, give it a try. I think you'll enjoy it. It says, I'm still stunned about Justin getting murked. That was so bad. You're talking about Justin Gaethje? Trying to think which Justin here. Justin Timberlake? I have no issue with that. He should be apologizing to people. Fucking 17 years too late. Apologizing to people. Gastelum's takedowns are awesome this fight. Yeah, they're pretty good, man. He's looking pretty okay. But now Heinz has the back, and I can't tell what this is going to do. On the back, indeed, yes. Well, Ian on the back started work from here. He's really got to contain Gastelum, because Gastelum's movements are very much making sure that he's going to get out of this. Well done all the way around. He pulls down on the neck, seeing if he could break the posture, but Gastelum's probably going to advance position here, and he's going to be able to stand him back up with that same kind of control that he's been having and showing all fight. Oof! What kind of dump is that? That was weird. And Ian trying in for a little bit, going on the inside. Try to feint, going for both a jab and a takedown. Neither effectiveness on those. What is up, Hoffa714? You think split decision? Possibly. I just saw Granny. Yeah, Granby is what you're trying to say? Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's very possible that Gastelum comes up with the win. Yeah, I don't know what to say on that one. Anthony Arnall with the laugh cry emoji. Yep, with you on that, my friend. 26 seconds left to go here. Heinz coming in with some jabs. Oof, one last takedown, and he kind of gets it. But I think he mostly gets it by turning himself into a little bit of a wrecking ball. It's a callback because earlier today we had somebody asking if one Miley Cyrus, nice return takedown with some strikes there from Kelvin Gastelum. That might be enough. All right, I've heard enough, especially when I hear Joe Rogan saying, Kelvin Gastelum is world class. He's very good. Absolutely. Well, listen, I'll ask you guys what you thought. Let me see. A couple notes here. Shango said something a little bit earlier. I'll come back to that in a second. Oh, they're laughing at Shango, so the mustache took the fight on short notice. Still very funny. Kelvin, for the thickest, widest body in the UFC history. I didn't know there was a running for that, but sure, okay, if you want to. You know what? I'll let you lead the charge. Anyone else worried about what old man Diego Sanchez is going to be like? Probably normal. So maybe he's going to like reverse Benjamin Button where his brain's going to come in stronger or something. I don't know. What do you think about the UFC Masters division? Yeah, it's called Bellator. They should, dude. And honestly, some of these fights that they're putting together right now are a little bit more that way. Diego versus Cowboy is a UFC Masters division fight if I have ever heard one. And even, what was the last fight that they just had for somebody that I said, yeah, that's a nice fight for those two gents. They should be fighting each other. Clay Guida's last fight. I thought, yeah, okay. Yeah, Clay Guida having that fight and being like, what fucking business are we even really watching this for? But it was... Oh, hold on. We gotta answer here. Kelvin Gastelum does pick up your win. 30-27, which... Okay. 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. Good for him. I can get behind that. That's fine. Yeah, Clay Guida and Michael Johnson last week. There's no business really being on really a card at this point. But we just like Clay Guida. And seeing him win, all I could think of was, pick up this win and retire. And he was like, I won. Are you going to keep going? You know it. No. Anthony Arnold, I see you. That head kick knockout written all over it. Yeah, I know. Post UFC Diego is going to solve the world's climate change problems. I hope so, bro. I hope he goes full Greta on us. That would be amazing. Oh, man. Guida bleeding Johnson caught me by surprise. Yeah, well, the difference is now we know how to neutralize Johnson's power. Don't forget, Khabib's dad was famous for saying that he thought that Johnson was going to be a huge problem for him, if not the biggest problem for him. And they found a way to neutralize that. And I think that was actually quite there. Look who it is. Kyle. It's been a while since I've seen you, friend. I hope you're doing well. It says, I want to see them fight but not get killed. You know what I mean? Yes. It's almost the humane euthanasia version of watching old people go to fight and go, listen, please don't knock each other out. Everybody just come and have fun, okay? Do some light sparring. That's what we're doing right now. It's so stupid. Well, props to Kelvin. Let's see what he has to say here in a second. We'll do some cheers to catch up on things. But I do want to hear what he talks to Joe Rogan about in just a second. God damn it, DC. Just fucking say the words. Joe Rogan says, welcome back to the winning column. How do you feel? I'm very happy. You could only assume, you dumb dipshit. What do you think I feel? And he's talking about, of course, getting back up there after failing. I mean, dude, he's 17 and what, 6 there? Like, I think it's just disappointing in the sense that it's sucked, but it's still a pretty good record, all things considered. Ricardo says, Guida's gym is like 30 minutes away from my house. That's awesome. Ultimate Light Sparring Championship. Sign me up. Ask me how much money you want me to donate. I'll give you some. Not all of it, but some. He said he was expecting his experience to pay off in dividends on this fight. And Gastelum did score 6 takedowns in this one. He's giving props over to King's MMA, which makes sense. Good on him. These all just look like Roman Reigns spears in the highlight section, though, for being honest. What is up, Jay Wildchild? Good to see you. Eduardo, thanks you guys for joining in. Hope you guys are having a great night. We're watching some UFC 258. Nope, hold on. He's giving some shout outs and saying it's all for the people back at home. Aww. Well, the takeaway from this is Kelvin Gastelum saying you can do it if you get your mind right. Sure. Down. Great. What is up, Ibis619? All right. Good day so far. Well, we're about to get to the co-main event, which, very exciting. We had some folks already wondering how this was going to go. Macy Barber with an 8-1 record. She is the youngest fighter on the card at 22, and she is a karate black belt. So says the UFC insignia. So who do you guys have? Let me know in the comment section. Chime in. Talk to us. Tell us what you're feeling. We may mock it if it's really bad, though. I'm not going to lie. Some of it might be pretty horrible. And we had a few of you guys going for Grasso, too, earlier in the night. I wonder if that continues to be amount of support that you guys see. Do you guys ever change your opinion when you see the people sparring the camera? Does that ever happen? Do you ever look at that and go, I was rooting for you, but the shadow boxing seems weak. So this is exciting. I'm trying to figure out what's happening next week on the fights. So let's look that up actually real quick. As we mentioned, friend of the show, Vince Cachero will be fighting at the end of the month. Please look out for that one. Next week is going to be the Curtis Blades versus Derek Lewis fight. That should be interesting. Elsewhere on the card, you've got Charles Rosa, Derek Miner, who is a friend of the show as well. Good on that. Barber or Grasso? Yeah, I agree. Chase is coming in. I don't disagree with you when you say 30-27 felt wrong. I would agree on that. The 29-28s seem a little bit more right there on there. And it's just, to be honest, I'm still thinking about the Marquez cringe. Don't think about it anymore. We got past it, dude. It's been a long day for all of us, but the only way we're going to move forward is to forget it and just not think about that one anymore. Because that was really bad. I have to agree. You know what it is? I just know it's going to come back and haunt me and make me think I need to make a meme about it a little bit later. And I'm going to have to figure out if I want to go down that route. Because sometimes people just are inherently memes in themselves where you go, there's nothing really to add here. They're just being stupid. But that one it's pretty nonsensical. So we'll see. What's up, 01 Dennis? And it says, I know, huh? Yeah. God damn it. Co-main and main event coming up. Join in. Bam. So, very excited to talk about these next couple fights. Should be very fun to do that. I'm looking to see what other information I can get for you guys. But, Jesus. What a fucking fight night already. All right. Drain Daddy says, Grasso, if Barber can't beat Grasso, how the hell will she ever pass Tatiana, let alone getting the belt? Crazier things have happened. Let's see how tonight goes. Sure. His Just for Men was trimming down his chest. That's so sad. The disrespect for that man is so high. And probably rightfully so. So I'm not going to hate on you guys for hating on him. And you do see right now, Grasso making her way out, coming out to Paper Plains. It's been a while. All right. Let's see. UFC 258 co-main, and I got to do that hyphen. I'm seeing here Richard is saying Grasso for the win. All right. And what is up, Alan? Glad you're joining us for a split second here. Appreciate y'all. No, not now. Thank you, though. I'm going to check our Facebook comments. Barber. Okay. Okay, I think you're the first Barber vote right now. If you guys give us a like and a share over on Facebook, we will give you a toast on air, and I have to catch up on a couple of those right now. We've done one for Adam. I think I have to do two for Adam, actually, because I just saw he shared on Twitter. So I'll take care of that one in just a second. And then all of you in the Instagram, give us some hearts. Do that thing. Tell people that you are enjoying it here. It helps us out. It helps get more people to tune in with us and have a good time. And that is always what we appreciate. I mean, you can give more than one, Rich. I just saw the one lone one go up. That's better. See, those are good. Given the succession of ones, like, just fucking rip it. Just do it. Yeah, I'm still thinking about fucking Adolfo getting tapped out tonight. I'm going to wake up in a week, and that's really when it's going to hit me. Tonight, it's not, but it will. What's up, Bronx? Inerch? Or Inerchi? I think that's the proper way you're supposed to say that one. Okay. That's what's up. Thank you guys. All the love. It's so nice. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in over on our main broadcast. We love you guys. We're having a great time. We are surrounded by good people here tonight. Everybody's been pretty nice. I like nights like this. We really haven't had too many trolls. And usually on pay-per-views, we prepare for it. We usually kind of get ready because you know what? They don't have money. But I actually think this is one of the ones they weren't afraid to stream, despite Dana White's telling people, don't you illegally stream this fight. I'm pretty sure Dana White's like, you guys can illegally stream tonight if you want. I really don't care. What is up, Attack 43? What a name. All right. Appreciating you guys, seeing y'all coming in, giving us your thoughts, your love, your appreciation. It says all that muscle requires a lot of oxygen. He just gassed out. Ugh. I can't hate on him, Rich. You know that. He's jiu-jitsu royalty. Ugh. It sucks, though. Anthony Arnold with the hearts. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And if you guys haven't liked and subscribed to us on all of our channels, go find us at Grappling Hour, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope. Although I think Periscope ends in about a month, so that can go to hell. I don't really care about that. And then give us, some appreciation over on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. You can find us at Grappling Hour there. We appreciate that. What TV shows do I watch? Oh, this is a great question, actually. You know what I'm into right now? What's up, Renee? Look, dude, we're getting some great people. Fabio Pasos, great. Thank you for joining right now. Show the fight, please. No, fuck you, dude. Make some money. Go find it for yourself. I gassed out tapping the heart button. Appreciate that. Same. What TV shows do I watch? Current favorite comedy right now? What We Do in the Shadows. So funny. I also love Superstore. You guys should also watch the show I worked on, Mr. Mayor. I don't care if you like it. Just fucking watch it. But those are like the main shows that I'm like really digging right now. And all the classics too. What's that? Oh, WandaVision. I gave a thing for that earlier today. I said, if you guys aren't watching WandaVision, how the fuck are you living? That's a great show. But I would say probably those are the two favorites in the household, right? Wanda and What We Do in the Shadows? Yeah. Right now I think that's probably what we're at. Oh, Mando's also up there too, but
it's not Mando season.
It's not Mando season, so we're not supposed to do that. It says Adolfo is future champion. He just needs to work on cardio. I think we need to talk about this. There's cardio, which, yeah, I think you guys have a decent acknowledgement on that. But there's also trying to stay in the fight when it looks like you're out on the feet. And I think he just got out on the feet and then by instinct was trying to shoot in. And it's a great plan to have in terms of shoot in on guys. But everybody's got a plan, famously said by one Mike Tyson, until they get punched in the face. And letting him back into that fight for Juan Hernandez was rough to watch. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. What's up, Kimpo? Grasso or Barber? I think I'm going Grasso on this one. We'll see. All right, here we go. Round number 1. And you do have Barber in the white trunks, Grasso in the black trunks. And you're already seeing at the beginning of this fight thus far in, Barber is getting a lot of back and forth in terms on the energy output of the shadow boxing she is putting out there right now. I just heard facts, period. Appreciate that. But yeah, the Rodolfo one hurt me a lot, man. That's not going to be great to see in the future. Let's see where he comes from next. Hopefully he comes back to jiu-jitsu. Gets some bearings back. Get some wins in there. I wonder if that's the type of shit you get hit with so bad that you go, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going to win pans now. I wasn't planning to, but that shit hurt. He's a god, but he had 3 minutes of hard grappling and was dead, basically. Dude, look at the way that Anthony hits, though. I don't want to take any of those hits. I think he gets hits and dazed. I think that changes the amount of gas that you have. That's not to say that maybe if he didn't get hit, he wouldn't have gassed out. It's just, I don't think it's the same thing. All right, already right now, you are seeing Grasso double underhooks up against the cage. A lot of pressure thus far in. Barber still trying to find some way to pummel an arm underneath. Not a ton of success thus far in. And they clinch up and they now get out. They are exchanging back in the center of the octagon. So we're seeing how things are progressing right now. 3:12 on my clock. Hopefully that is vaguely around the area that you guys are in right now. A little stick and move action over here by Grasso. Nicely timed there by Grasso. Connects with both a jab and an overhand left. There's kind of, that was a weird ass shot, but I mean, well, nope, she ended up against the cage. Kind of like, I've never really seen somebody kind of feint that in and then fake themselves on being like, well, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and take the shot now. Just kidding. Man, we have had a lot of people sending in comments and notes and concerns. And it says, do you approve of morbid obesity? You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to say, I'm against it. Okay. Really, are we really hitting the bottom barrel of the questions now? Like, what the fuck? The person that goes, I'm actually for morbid obesity. I think it can control the population. Thank you. But I will say that did make me laugh. So props to you for that question. Oh, man. What is up, Bonnie? I appreciate you coming in to say hello, even though you told me in private you're not watching any of this bullshit, but my haircut looks nice, so thank you for sending me that note. One underhook again over for Grasso. They switch positions back on the cage again. Right now, Barber getting the better of it. Nope, gets reversed back against the cage yet again. It says Wall-E vibes. Appreciate that. Do you think the octagon smells like booze and cigarettes right now? Absolutely. As per the very, very well-documented one, Dominic Cruz coming in and telling us that referee smelled of jazz and booze and liquor. It's just still one of the funniest fight excuses I've ever heard in my life. All right. We're slowing in a little bit more on the pace right now, but there was a pretty good exchange that I'm not sure you guys saw that was happening. Oh, no. That's not great. I did not see that comment come in a little bit earlier. I will tell you in a moment, but man, props for both of these ladies hitting a really solid marks here. Damn, dude. Chris Gutierrez had a comment that I'm going to need to address because I did not see it. Rich is saying, Grasso looking sharp. She looks better in this weight class. The weight cutting was affecting her past performances. I would agree with that. I thought that we hadn't quite seen the best of her. Fun fact, referee Keith Peterson was in a hardcore punk band called Go Fuck Yourself. Thank you, Shango. What's up, Chad? Good to see you, bro. Never forget when Dom said Connor was letting Khabib smash him to gas him out. I love Dom as a commentator. I think he's quite good. You guys grabbing onto that one comment by Dom is like, listen, if you think that one comment from Dom is any worse than 2 hours of DC, you are wrong. Here's the comment that Chris El Guapo Gutierrez said a little bit earlier, and this is sent to us from our friend Adam Woods. It says, it's interesting how John Anik brings up my custody battle, but doesn't discuss when he got caught cheating on his wife in 2017. Yikes. Okay. Christopher James Velez, DC says crazy shit all of the time. Absolutely. I have a couple of my friends who have been like, I can't get into Dominic Cruz. He said that one comment that one time. I was like, dude, probably, yeah. Everybody on the air at a certain point, myself included on these things, you sometimes say dumb shit and you can't really take it back. And especially these things, they're very difficult to do. However, DC sucks, so I will say that. He's world class, but still LMFAO. I got you. Oop, we got some tea. Yeah, we've turned into a real trash show all of a sudden now. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got real tea here to sip on, kids. Round number 2. We have a lot of folks who are giving props over to Grasso, looking very solid. I'm appreciating what she's putting out there. But here's the thing. Barber also, in a couple of those exchanges, when I thought that she might start getting pieced up, start fighting back pretty well. So, we'll see. I am now thanking Adam Woods for sending that one. Can't believe I didn't see that. Holy shit, man. And that happened relatively quick. He sent that to us at 6:23, and I know that Chris had one of the earlier fights, but ugh. It says, yo, I agree with that. Good on Chris G. Christopher, you were watching that one live and were paying attention. Was that really what got said by John Anik with the custody battle? Because I know Anik likes to bring in stuff from the outside. That's really out of character for him. Ooh. Oh, shit. Grasso is putting it away, but all of a sudden you look out and shit, things might have just picked up here, kids. Anthony Arnault, can you give a shout out to my wife? LOL, Tiffany. Yes, I can. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for letting Anthony watch this. We appreciate it. He is a important part of this show, and I'm sure that you probably look at me taking up his time and saying, why would you watch this? And the answer is, I don't know. I'm just glad he's here, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great night. He better do something good for you on fucking Valentine's Day. You can take that to the bank. You know what? That's what I'm going to say. Tiffany, pleasure to meet you. Hope to see you in person at some point when you guys come on out to one of these tournaments out this way. Hello. It said Grasso ate that. Yeah, he said it about both fighters. What? No! And they said they brought it up on both fighters were engaged with custody battles? What the fuck kind of commentary is that? Kind of a weird moment. You don't say. God, one thing about that half guard, they're much easier when they're not in the middle of a custody battle. Like, what the fuck? Wrong. Well, the fight's picking up as we're doing this. LOL, I'm dying. Thank you. Of course. Anthony, your family, you can always ask for those things on this show. We get asked to do shout-outs and comments and all that sort of stuff all the time. That's the first one that we've gotten to be like, yo, Raph, speak on to my wife real quick. Sure. Okay. Hello. Oh, that's going to bug me, though. Holy fuck. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that commentary. But again, as we're talking about that commentary, the ladies are putting on a continued great fight, an armbar attempt from underneath for a split second by Grasso. Barber almost literally trying to fight a way out of it. Might be giving up part of an omoplata here. There's momentum. There's potentially an armbar in a very strange position, but instead she's going to switch around into a different position. Grasso now on top. Excellent position here. She could start attacking this arm as well. Holy shit. There's 51 seconds here. Macy's not in a great position here. There is enough time to potentially get an arm choke. There's some shoulder shrugs that are turning into strikes. She switches over. The head and arm triangle is there, and you are seeing very quick movement to get out of it. Yes, she is mostly out of that. And it says, yeah, that commentary happened in the first or second round. My God. Oh, God. Rich says, Grasso with the transitions. Absolutely, dude. That's that kind of shit that you dream about, that you hope that you can hit whenever you're in very, very high-pressure situations. But seeing the way she effortlessly transitioned into 3 different types of moves, really dope to watch. But it does look like we are going to go to a third round as they're about to expire with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That is the buzzer there. Grasso's grappling looking good. Absolutely. I think she's got a pretty good fight that she is putting up here right now. And props to fucking Barber on this. I'm very much enjoying this. This is a great card in terms of grappling. Yes. Kempo Slice just saying, wow. 2 rounds for Grasso. Agree. Are they keeping like a small amount of the sound on these instant replays? It's very strange to only get like a weird muffled slow motion sound on these. Said one of the fighters has a kid that he doesn't even know where he is because he can't contact him. What? Then had dead air. No. No. That's the worst. Why? Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to that. Oh my God, my stomach hurts just thinking about that shit. Oof. Anyway, the rest of you are just joining us right now. Welcome. Glad to have you all. We are crushing it. This is the co-main event, and you have to believe that Grasso is ahead on the fight card thus far in. If you don't believe it, okay, that's cool, but tell us why, because I just don't think it is. And it said, who said all of this? That would be John Anik doing all of the commentary for all of your needs, and also slipping in a few things maybe you shouldn't know. Like, did you guys know this guy is behind rent 3 months? Interesting night for the El Salvadorian himself. So the cornerman is apparently, as per DC, saying, we've seen you do some amazing things in the gym. Now might be a good time to do those things again. Ricardo Cardenas asks, favorite grappler of all time. It was Adolfo until tonight, and then some shit happened. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, for real, Adolfo's like the best passer in the world, and now I'm like, I don't know, dude. Do I even like him anymore? I have favorites. Adolfo is fun to watch in terms of passing. A lot of people who I enjoy, you know, they always tell you should have your grappling heroes. I'm always like, yeah, I wish. I just have people I like, even though I can't emulate their game. So we're talking JT Torres. Huge appreciation for what he does. That dude is a monster. In terms of always getting a good return on a match, I think Gary Tonon's still the most exciting grappler in the universe. You put him against anybody and you go, oh, I would watch that. Gordon's very dominant, and it's always fun to see what kind of new stuff that he's working on. Craig's also fun. But there's something about JT Torres that when you see him compete in both gi and no gi, and he has high amounts of success in both, that you kind of look at and you think, man, it would be dope to do both. According to Woods, Anik went hard in the paint and wounded the souls of all involved. First off, thank you for sending that to us, Woods. I would never known that. You know, that's the beauty of doing these things. We don't hear DC talk. We just kind of focus in on our own little world and we have fun. But, God, it just makes me uneasy. And you've done commentary, you know. Imagine if you said that at a local show. just think about the fighters that would come find you in like the next 2 weeks after they got the chance to watch it. But the fact that he heard it so quickly after the fact was even more dicey here. 220, and they're acting like it is the last 30 seconds. And that is kind of exciting here. Man. Yeah, Barber is trying to make something happen here in this last round. But there's 2 minutes to go left. And yeah, Barber's fighting like she's down on the cards. I mean, she is down on the cards, so I would agree. Barber trying to rally. Agreed. Woo! Coming in for a takedown. I mean, yeah, they were telling her, like we were just talking about maybe a couple seconds ago, with her corner saying, you've done amazing things. We know what you're capable for. And it says, DC, Joe Rogan, and Anik have the same hairdo. Yes. Though sometimes I feel like John Anik is a fake bald guy. Maybe he just saw like a photo of Stanley Tucci and was like, I want to look like that guy. It says Barber really thought that she was going to walk through Grasso. I mean, I didn't. I knew it would be a tough fight, but this has been a very gritty fight for both ladies. And it does look like Barber, even though she's looked so much better in this round, maybe coming up on a very quick losing end of a decision here in a few minutes if she isn't able to get the finish. But still, I don't hate her performance. Favorite grappling match? I have a soft spot with Tonin versus Paul Harris, because that was just a wild-ass match that shouldn't have even taken place, and Gary had the balls to do it, and then showed us the way how to enjoy a fight like that. Anytime I have like a civilian who doesn't know grappling or doesn't get it, I show them that match, and they're kind of like, oh, I see why you guys like this. There's a lot, dude. I've ingested so many matches, and I've been pretty lucky to be around so many of them. I can tell you my favorite ones that I've seen like live, in terms of seeing like people go out there and getting to see them in competition. I'll also give some credit. Lachlan taking out an entire team at I think it was the BJJ, the Hypnotic event. That was pretty dope to see. I like that. Same. Good. Who is fighting? Right now, we just saw the end of Barber and Grasso, and it does look like Grasso is going to pick up a decision win in here in just a second, Arlo. So that is what we got going on. I'm glad that you're the same. It's just a great match. Cobra versus Rafael for me, 20,000 or 2009 ADCC. That's a good one. Yeah, Cobrinha and Hoffa have had some legendary matches. It's hard for me to get past even their last couple, like, whenever they go back and forth and you see one of them pick up a win over the other, it's almost like, dude, it's secondary. They're just both so good at what they fucking do. But yeah, I can get behind that. But yeah, Invicta, a better place for Barber? Who knows? And it says Paul Harris had that swirl in the hair. Yeah, he looks like one of those cinnamon swirl little strudels that I eat every once in a while. I don't know, man. Listen. This was a surprise to me with the Barber, but if I got the haircut that Paul Harris got, I don't know that I would have a smile on my face for a long period of time. I would probably look at them like, why did you do this to my head? This is not cool. All right, Arlo. Lopez, we about to get you a decision here in just a second. So let us hear the scorecards, and then we can go ahead and relay that information to you. Since you are asking what fight they're on, I'm assuming you're not watching. But Grasso is going to get the decision over Barber. Unanimous decision, 29-28 by all three judges. So excellent to see, which means we're just a few minutes away from seeing a main event, which is pretty dope. It'll be very, very intriguing to see how that one plays out. The drums. Paul Harris swag is unbeatable. It's true, man. You know, I I got asked to MC an event, and I went to go interview him in front of the audience. And as I was interviewing him, they had to have a translator. So the translator would take about 2 seconds. And I know whenever you have a translator, you're not going to be able to do humor for the person that you're interviewing, but that the main audience might have a chance to laugh. And I close the interview by saying, hey, I just want to tell you guys, first, thank you so much for competing. We're such huge fans of what you do. You're an amazing competitor, and I'm very, very scared of you. Yeah, you're very big. And I said that as I closed it out, and the audience is clapping. And the translator just looks at him like, I'm not going to translate. And like, you saw Polaris like, what did he say? And I just go, yeah, I'm going to leave now. Bye, everybody. But the joke landed. So I was glad about that. But I was like, I'm not sticking around for him to get this translation. Nope, not there. Paul Harris is Portuguese for Paul Harris. Facts. Sure. Christopher James Velez. Wait, are they playing The Heat Is On? No. I'm hearing a very disjointed soundtrack, and I can't just tell if I'm the only one that has the Beverly Hills soundtrack too in my head, but we'll see. Good for her. Hands up. Is he really as huge as he looks in person? Yes. It's like, dude, I have a very large head, and my head was basically his bicep. Oh, she's giving some special thanks to 2 special people. So much obrigados to be given to people. Joe saying your jiu-jitsu looked great. And how you were able to use the armbar to reverse the position. Then you were able to try for a rear naked choke. She says she's been working so hard. Oh no. They really pulled up a tweet that referred to Grasso as Grosso. No. That's so mean. Will the main surpass that co-main? Let's hope so. I think it might. I think we might be in for a surprise in the main event. I don't know what the surprise is. Think I got a chance with her? I'm broke in 22. You know, tonight we've seen a lot. For example, I wouldn't have thought that Adolfo would have been submitted. So in this world, post Adolfo being submitted, I guess anything's possible. Though, you know, figure out, maybe take her to like an all-you-can-eat buffet for like on the cheap. Because if you're broke, you know, she's going to be hungry after cutting weight. I'm just saying. Who you got in the main? 8. Grasso is a legit contender now. Absolutely. I see the main. Zabit is a weight class bully. Yeah, I said it. I'm glad that's the comment you got right here. I'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to come back to Christopher James Velez, who says, is it just me, or is anyone else dreading the Gracie breakdown on the Adolfo Vieira fight? I don't want it. God damn it. That one hurts. Just sitting there thinking about the possibility of Henner being like, oh, it's so great to actually see you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in right now. Actually, just this week, we saw Adolfo, who is a champion, who's amazing, get very tired and gassed out. But today, we're actually going to show you 4 of the mistakes that he made. And also, one of the greatest things that you'll ever see in this whole thing is the fact that he got tapped by a purple belt. So anything is possible. Anyway, let's watch this 33 breakdown of just a 1-round fight and a half. Okay, bye, everybody. Ugh. Do you have money on the main event? No, I don't. That's too unpredictable. That's an amazing Henner. I'll give you a secret to how I do it in a second. Laugh, cry emojis. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. The real key to doing Henner is just to turn him into like Jiu-Jitsu's Robin Williams and just have fun with it. But it's kind of weird because meeting him in person, I almost wanted to tell him. We just weren't at the right circumstance. But normally if I have an impression of somebody, I'm not afraid to tell him I have one. I just knew you can't do the impression of him to him unless you're in that setting. So I think at some point he and I will run into each other, but he's very nice in person. Raph, who would have won, Undertaker or Sting? Settling an argument. It would have been Undertaker. Sting would have had good theatrics, but especially if they had done it in a WWE ring, Vince is not going to let his own creation lose to the flagship of W. Like, don't you hear me? As I'm saying it, realize, like, please tell me that's the take you would have had. Even Drain Daddy LLC is coming in saying Undertaker. Jiu-Jitsu Robin Williams. That absolutely sounds perfect. Like, who's arguing this with you? Again, please tell me you're the one smart enough to figure out it is the Undertaker that would win. If you are not taking that side, you and I may have to have words until the main event comes. Coming back to this, yes, the UFC furniture set, absolutely. Of course, Taker. Who's the person who's arguing and telling you otherwise? It says Mankind is GOAT, though. We know where you're coming from, Attitude Era. I know. Mankind is GOAT in the sense that he did 3 entries in the Royal Rumble as different characters, and that's genius. What is up? It says, hey here from my D Biggie. Great to see you. Undertaker versus Sting in EBI, though. Well, first of all, have you seen the Undertaker's submission game? It's underrated, and it is harder to get a sharpshooter, even though I know how to, in an EBI format, especially if you get to overtime. But it can be done. I know, I've done it. Settling an argument with a dire WCW fan. See, that's the issue. You're talking with someone who is inherently sad. Like, somebody who goes, WCW was cool, man. Like, remember Sting? He came from the rafters, and they won for 82 weeks or something. 84? Yeah, they sold for $1 million, and it's sad. Just saying. Kempa, we'll see you in a second here. All right. I'm very glad this is where it turns, because this is actually probably what I know more than fighting, if I'm being honest. The many years of nonsensical WWE trivia and hypothetical arguments. The kind that still believes the Midnight Express would have beat Demolition in their prime. No. God. Rich, how are you? God, how are you friends? It says here Scorpion Deathlock predated the Sharpshooter, though. It did. It did. It's just a shame it never looked better than it. Did you ever see the way that Sting was really putting that on, though, and like Impact and shit like that? That was rough. By the time that Sting came to the WWE and he was trying to put on the Scorpion Deathlock, they actually had to put a stool for him to sit on to finish that move. It was really, really sad. He needs help. Yeah. To put it lightly. Lots of therapy. I understand, man. That's rough, dude. I can't get behind any of that. That's just sad to me to see somebody that far gone. Better than Natalia's, though. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. But not a lot of people have really good sharpshooters. I think Cesaro probably has the best in the WWE right now. And then if you look like on the indie circuit, Dom Haskins, I think, has a really good one. And then Daniel Garcia is this new kid who's coming up. He was just on AEW a few weeks ago. He's got a really good one. Those are the people to look out for. How about the Bronco Buster by X-Pac? It's pretty good. Yeah, I would say that is a finishing move. It was always weird to explain to people the differentiums and power levels of finishing moves, where I always thought if you were a pro wrestler and they'd be like, hey dude, so the finish we have in mind is Rikishi's gonna kind of put his ass in your face, and then he's gonna win. Or I think in the 90s when they'd be like, so Yokozuna's gonna sit on you. He's gonna what? He's gonna sit on you. It's gonna look pretty legit. He's gonna like bounce up and down. It's gonna be bad, dude. He's gonna maybe cave your chest in, but that's cool. It says Mankind is dope though. Thought he was dead when he fell through the Hell in the Cell. Yeah, the amount of ridiculousness that was all of us as kids going, I don't think he's okay. And then come to find out, yes, he was not okay. in all these documentaries years later is a very weird thing to see. It says, bro, I'm laughing so hard. Crippler crossface. Yeah, I can actually hit that from Turtle. That's a real thing. One of our buddies was showing us like a good, like a Russian setup. And all I ever think of is I'm like, yeah, if you hold that arm and you just force him down. It actually is the reason why I have a decent omoplata is because I saw that as a kid and I was like, oh, it's kind of like that. And people were like, please don't pull on the face. And I go, but why? They're like, people won't train with you if you do that. And I go, that's fair. It says, what would Eddie Bravo's reaction be if somebody tried to hit a mandible claw at the combat jiu-jitsu? Eddie Bravo would just be like, that's dope. I like the way how you get the mandible claw and you put it in. And like most people don't think that stuff, but it's like revolutionized that stuff. I remember doing that at like 80cc before I hit the triangle on hoist. And they didn't allow me to do that. But it's always been banned. It's been underground, and I'm all about that. Do you ever play wrestling? And if you did, who were you? I mean, if I ever did, it was Bret Hart. That's the guy when I was growing up, man. He's the best. And I think that's the reason why I ended up liking technical people. It's why I learned jiu-jitsu, is because I could see what they were doing. And I go, oh, okay, Eddie been tripping for a minute now. Absolutely. Bab Backlund Chicken Wing was like Paul Harris being heel hooked. Yeah, that's a really good move though. LA2LB is spitting fire. Yeah, people don't really give enough credit to that crossface chicken wing. That's another good one from when you have back control to hit. Because sometimes when I like underhook the arm, they're always like, what are you doing? I was like, nah, you're fine. And I like wrench on the neck and they go, this is not fun. It says lots of jobbers lost their lives due to that bonsai drop. You couldn't pay me enough. Forget that. Yeah, I know, dude. That was... And again, because you always think about how forgiving sometimes the mat can be for certain moves. And I remember seeing that and seeing those poor, like, Midwest jobber trucker dudes taking the move and going like, dude, you don't get paid well. I know that. I'm a child, but I know that. Anthony Arnell says, I was always Jeff Hardy. Well, that explains so much. Probably also the drugs. Nacho Libre, very nice. Gold Dust All Day, of course. Jobbers are very funny. Ricardo coming in with that. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I was just showing somebody recently when I was training with them, like today, how to hit a sharpshooter and from 50-50, and their like whole minds were blown. Because when they put me in 50-50, and I was like, be very careful here with me. And one of the guys was like, why? I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit a sharpshooter. And he's like, what? And I was like, nah, dude, I'm not gonna do it. Afterwards, we finish rolling, and I show him like, if you do this, I do this, and he goes, holy fuck, you really can. I was like, I can, but I don't hit it on civilians. Goldust and Booker T had some funny promos. They really did, dude. Well, everybody's bringing their flag to this one. Oh no. The look on producer wife Kelly is pretty hilariously epic, right?
I don't know who either of these guys are.
You don't know who Usman or Gilbert Burns are?
Okay, so Gilbert looks familiar, but his name means nothing.
Okay, that's fine.
His name means something to me. I don't recognize him.
Oh, I think you've kind of seen him fight, but it'll come back in a minute. Spike Dudley has the best punishment reel. It's so sad. Yeah. I mean, it's great, man. Listen, man, we all grew up with it. We all know who the real OGs were. So it is always funny to watch, like, all these people go through it. Dude, I don't know if you guys ever catch up with, like, some of these guys in their interviews. Like, Chris Van Vliet has a pretty good channel. There are a few podcasts. I think it's 83 Weeks or something like that. Like, they have a really good podcast where you can hear all these things. And it says, yo, it kills me. My training partners don't believe that the sharpshooter was impossible to pull off. Interesting. I mean, it's all possible, dude. Wasn't. Thank you. I got what you were saying. But yeah, no, it's a very simple adjustment too. And there's not only one way to do it. Every year for WWE BJJ Week, we come up with a different way to show people how to hit it. And like I've shown ways from half guard or, from like a back take that fails. And it's silly. It's fun. Rich knows. He knows. Rich was not a fan of it. Let me see here. Dorino's time. Very easy. Thank you. See, I think so too, bro. And it says, my friend took a picture with Booker T at a local weed shop. Amazing. Why no Barato Platas yet in MMA? I thought there was at least one. Good question. Barato Platas are the shit. But they can be very difficult to pull off. Especially because in MMA, when you're trying to get your arm out, even sometimes when you're in guard, you're still punching somebody, so it doesn't always lend itself to the easiest transition, where in Jiu-Jitsu, your arms are a little bit more in danger at all times. So, hard to say. You think they banned the pile driver after the Steve Austin and Owen Hart incident? Yes, I think so. I think that was part of it, but then I also think the other half was kids doing it, which at the time would have been us. But I really think that was when the WWE was about prepping to maybe have to face some lawsuits from parents who were blaming them for their kids replicating their moves, which, you know, sucks for Vince to have to take on, but it's a real lawsuit that people were proposing. So we'll see. Can tell you that much. I see you think and knew the Big Show. Big Show's cool. Usman is my pick. I say Usman. Thought in Usman is finally letting his hairline go. That's rude, but probably also true. Gilbert, good decision. And I see a note here from, according to Woods, AWA had the best jobbers. Jay, the Alaskan York, George, Scrap Iron, Gadisky, Kenny, Sodbuster J, and Jake the Mailman Millman. Those weren't gimmicks, but those dudes had actual jobs. Fair. I have told you guys I felt Usman is probably my pick in this one. Burns is an interesting contender, so I don't know how this is going to go down on my side. I'm very intrigued to see what's going on. I also see some of my friends putting on the show illegally. I will not name names because you guys are here and you would much rather be with us than watching it illegally, because you guys are upstanding citizens who have ordered it, right? And if you haven't, I don't really care. That's not really my concern. So if you've looked at the amount of domination time that one Usman has had in his career, actually, you know what? I'm going to say, I think the camera looks better in this light like this. I still think they're playing with it. The 8K looks a little dicey. I mean, maybe it's just my TV, but they got to play with it a little bit more still. Because this extra zoom on the 8K makes it feel like I'm playing a video game more than watching something in real life. Funniest McMahon quote. "Give me a break, Winnipeg." Screaming voice. Yeah, absolutely. Wink, wink. Thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate the extra wink, wink. Wouldn't have known where we were going without that one. Hey, have you guys subscribed to us yet? Or liked our pages? Go do that. Give us some love at Grappling Hour. Some of you are watching on Verbal Tap, but you don't follow Grappling Hour. You need to follow both. They're very different channels. They both do very different things. And for those of you guys, give us a like and a follow at Grappling Hour and Verbal Tap at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, even though that's gone in a month, Twitch, and Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That's all the places you can catch us. We're on all the time. Where are you upstanding citizens watching it? I'm having issues on mine. LOL, PM me. See, again, that's out of my bounds. I can't do anything there. But if somebody in the comment section wants to help him, who am I to say anything? I like that these guys are having a shrug off. And who can lean in faster? And there was an extended arm by Gilbert Burns that Usman has rejected. Fascinating. All right, here we go. I've seen most of you guys saying Usman. I don't think I've seen really anybody go for Burns. And I can't tell if you're just protecting your picks or if you legitimately think that Usman too dominant. Burns coming in hot, very quick here, right at the beginning of the bell. Why are they shrugging forward? You know what I mean, man. They just want to see who had the better Harlem Shake. That's really what it was. Trying to hit that old school Diddy movement right there. I see Gilbert over here as a note from Christopher James Velez. Christopher taking the odds that are stacked against. Ooh! Gilbert has knocked down Usman, who immediately gets back up. And it says, I got Gilbert Burns. I see that. But that's got to be huge confidence in here. That is one of the first times that we have seen one Usman just knocked around violently. This is where you see Burns has been saying that he used to get the better of Usman in their training together. That looked great. And it says, because I believe in jiu-jitsu. There was no part of that was jiu-jitsu right there. That was all strikes. And yes, now he goes for a high kick. He's playing on the ground, and Usman is starting to kick him here. I see LA2BLB is saying, uh-oh, indeed. Yeah, hot fire Burns. And I see Usman by boring decision. Well, business is picking up very quickly. Burns, my dog. Let's go. Damn. This is very concerning. Usman's probably going to try and technically stand up, but also karate kick his way up from it. Fascinating. This is definitely getting into the lower levels of Street Fighter gameplay. He might wheelbarrow, babe. Don't challenge him. It says Usman can take a shot. Wow. Not only can he take a shot, I don't even think that was Burns' best shot. I think that he immediately got up, and that was part of the appeal of how he was playing it. Was he was like, dude, he took a shot, and then immediately, just out of instinct, came back up. What a good champ there. Well, if any of you thought that this was the way it was going to go, I would call you a liar to go straight from one really good shot to the world's weirdest game of pummeling with the legs. So literally like Usman's trying to put a diaper on Gilbert Burns here. And the child is very angry and does not want to work with him. Oof. Wow. That was a ridiculously good shot. It says, could Beisling win Burns the title? Doubtful, but you know what, dude? None of us guessed that that was going to be a shot within the first 10 seconds, so hard to say. Comes in for a shot, and that almost let Burns back into the fight with a triangle. Oh, it pops him with a knee. Woo! Burns has Usman's timing down very well right now. I see Lopez coming in to say, Durinho is going to win. And hey, man. That's not a bad place to be right now. You are actually in a very good spot to say that sort of a thing. Usman is not looking as crisp or as confident as he normally would. And sometimes you could see him almost respond, but he is eating some of these shots from the power of Gilbert Burns without really a good response in yet. Wow. Good kick there, though, by Usman. I'm seeing a lot of people chime in and just go, yo, this is fucking crazy. $118 left in round one. You can imagine, though, that Usman is thinking to himself, yeah, I really want to get back to my corner right now. I really don't want to be fighting for this next minute because Burns not only is really solidly landing punches here. Ooh. Man, that was a good crack there on the left by Usman. Now starting to reach in a little bit better with the touch. Ducks underneath one of those jabs, but it's just the movement is a little more staggered for Usman. I see Hane coming in with let's fucking go. Yeah, 30 seconds left in round number one. Wow. You know, last year Burns was putting on a spectacular 2020. While the rest of us had shit years, Burns had an amazing year and made his way as a true contender of the division. But right now, he's showing that wasn't just by a fluke. That wasn't just something we were all imagining like, oh man, Burns could be a contender here. Right now, he has taken it to the champ and he has easily won round the first. And the two of them are smiling at each other. Usman looking at him like, all right, dude, I see what's going on. Woo! Ricardo Cardenas saying, Usman needs to incorporate more foot stomps for the, the W. I don't think he wants to get a foot stomp right now. I don't think he wants to be in that range. Ugh, the knee is so well timed too. Wow. This is a fascinating fight. Welcome to all of you who are joining us back in. Appreciate you guys. Wow. I think that Rich said it well, which is that you could see that Usman can take a shot. I think now we're going to figure out what it's like when the champ is put under pressure. And we talked a little bit about the domination that Usman has had in so many of his fights. A lot of it is due to his ability to push up against the cage. You take out the cage from that scenario, and you have a fighter who's willing to stand and can actually connect. It's a different equation. It's very fun to see. It said Usman took some damage. He's durable, but can't take shots like that for long. I would have to agree, dude. I don't think he wants to. Oof. And Burns, zero respect. Says that was Burns' round. No shit, dude. Wow. Good little jab there by Usman. Finding some success with his left. Looking pretty good in the very beginning of this second round. Burns responding with a few kicks, trying to maybe back him up a little bit more. Pressing forward. Burns in with a couple jabs of his own. Says, this is a motherfucking fight. Absolutely, TBJJ-esque. Woo! Good shot to the body there. That's interesting. I mean, every time Usman does a really solid connect, you do see Burns starting to get a little bit more intel on what it is that he needs to do to counter in the next arrangement. Nice catch there on the foot by Usman. But it doesn't phase Burns, keeping perfect posture there. Yeah, this is the fight we were all hoping it would be, guys. 3:43 left in round number 2 right now. And if you look at the face of Usman, it's concerned. It's him trying to figure out, like, all right, I need to find a way to start implementing here. Even to the point where he's starting to punch the thigh, which statistically, I don't know if it is a significant strike. Burns returning with a nice hook there. Ooh! Look at this, man. You know, this is not exactly a pay-per-view I was excited to pay for, but I'll give you this. Burns is definitely making me feel better about spending money on this. Gilbert Burns is also the 4th fighter to attempt a takedown on Usman. Just some unnecessary knowledge in case you wanted to know shit like that. Justin Gagey is now predicting that Usman finishes him in the next 3, I believe. And yeah, Burns is hurt. Oh, no. But he is recovering now. Ooh, look at that stagger that he's put in there. Usman is coming back alive. And now Burns was trying to time him out for a shot. Does not get it. Oof. If there were concerns about Usman, maybe we were just a little too early on pronouncing him out of this fight. But Burns taking some good shots right now. Ooh, wildly tries with a right hand, but he is wobbling. His legs are coming out. Now he's starting to bleed over the nose, and Usman's starting to come alive right now. Usman kind of understands this is a good time to go ahead and start acting up. I see right here from our buddy Rich who's saying Burns is hurt. He is hurt, but he keeps finding time to recover here. The real question is how much Usman is going to be able to pour on him in the next minute and 52 seconds, because I do see Burns looking a little bit better here, but if Usman starts connecting, this is night-night time for him. Oof. Rogan is talking about the face swelling, but look at this. The connecting by Usman happening more frequently and more crisp. Oof. Yeah, that's good. Rogan, I think, also was saying that he's not even engaging at this point. Ooh. Talk about a fight. Ooh! He has tripped him up now to the point where literally just comedically fell. And now Usman is back in Bicycle Alley. There's been 35 significant strikes for Usman compared to Burns' 12. And let's see here. Herb Dean's going to allow Burns to get back up mercifully without really a technical stand-up. coming in to stop the action because I think the rest of us want to see this standing up for the rest of his time. And going back to what Rich said, yeah, he is hurt in that moment in the fight, but this is a lot of recovery time. And it says, dude, what the shit? My feet is so laggy. I'm sorry, bro, but it's still something that we are beholding right now in front of us. Ooh, Burns with a nice left hook there. That looked good. 30 seconds left in round number 2, which has been a very, very strong performance from Usman. These gents, if it is going to go the way to the second, will probably split 1 round apiece, with maybe the momentum swinging back in Usman's favor. Burns tries for a takedown, does not succeed with it, gets a knee to the stomach for his troubles. Does come in with a very solid left again. Both of these gents go to the next round. And there's a little bit of posturing between the both of them. That one seems to be Usman kind of more so making a statement of, yeah, okay. You wanted to fight, you got to fight now. We saw this with Usman versus Covington. The champ was starting to slow and panic, or it picked up the pace in the later rounds. Yeah, but I didn't see Colby connect like Gilbert was that early. Christopher James Velez, yo, that tension at the end of the round. Absolutely, dude. That was a well-told story without any words. Lopez coming in and saying Durinho lost that round. Thank you very much for giving us only the round-by-round analysis of just Gilbert himself. Woo! Yeah. This is one of those rounds when they tell you, ooh, that buckle, man. Yeah. Usman just looking so good in that second round, man. This is wow. This is what we want. I see the eyes and a frowny face from Lopez. Round number 3. Again, will the recovery time help him? Or has Usman learned enough within the past 10 minutes of fight to figure out some... Ooh, he pushes him again every time with a jab. Yeah, Herb looks like he wants to step in here, and Burns is covering up and not responding to any of these. I think he is trying to come up, and yes... that is going to be enough, I think, from Herb Dean. He's going to call the stoppage to it. And yes, despite early pressure and the wrong camera to yell into, Usman does pull off the win. Wow. That is impressive. And I see a note here that says, and still. So I'd like to come back and address, and I see Christopher James Velez saying, damn it, you're not my target on this one. My target is one Lopez who's in here, who did nothing but give us all the hope and hype for one Gilbert Durinho Burns. Now, the real question here is how Burns and Usman will interact once they make the official call here. Burns is feeling it, dude. He is not okay. I can't tell if this is part I'm hurt or part I'm having emotions. But Usman is keeping his distance, on his knees, kind of staring at Burns right now. It is tough because you do know that the two of them were teammates. They famously trained together. And now you are seeing Burns get consoled by his coach. It does look like it is more on the emotion side than I am tragically hurt. So we'll see what this interaction looks like. Rich was saying round 3 will be a test of will and cardio. It was. Usman does it. Wow, that durability. Ricardo Cardenas just says RIP. Jake Watson has no idea what fights look like, so he just says ugh. And then Burns got burnt. That's a good way to put it. Good Lord. But look at the testament of Usman making such an impact. This wasn't the first time that he put him down like that in the fight. He had multiple knockdowns, but I think it was the control that said, I don't even need to finish him here. I'm not going to waste all my energy. And then when he really waited his time out, found it, didn't play into these leg pummel games, passed, but came in over the top, as he did, still making a compelling reason for him to be like, and good night, sweet prince. Jesus. Ugh. That hurts. Hurts to watch. And again, look at the body language of Herb Dean being like, oh boy, Should I come in? Oh, man, I don't want to come in. I kind of want him to die a little bit, but it's over. Because that's the toughest part, dude. That game of tag that referees pay. When they look at you and they say, man, the minute I touch you, the action's over. So, dude, yeah. That look on Burns' face, just in the post. Both the gentlemen are standing up, and Burns is just distraught with emotion at this point. Or maybe broke face. We'll figure it out. The camera's just still on Usman, so let's see what happens when they cut to a second whiteout shot. Usman, pretty good with the emotions right now, but he's definitely feeling it in the same way that you would see LeBron pretending like he's hurt to get some extra free throws. So definitely doing the LeBron school of acting in the face right now. It says they almost $1 million baby Gilbert Burns with that chair. Yeah, not the smartest, man. God damn, Usman. Maybe now we can put some respect on his name, dude. The people he's beaten, the way he's beaten them. Super impressive. There is a hug between the two, and Gilbert is just... Dude, that's rough. There's a lot of former teammate crying right now. And I think that Usman is actually saying some nice things to him. So, hopefully, the two of them are making up for the ridiculous kind of trash talk they were using to promote this one. Joe Rogan, very nosy, wants to know exactly what they're saying to each other. It seems like he'll get the chance to ask him when he interviews him in a second, but oh, we're back to the crying. That's not going to go great. Okay. Wife saying, LOL, meme that. I'm not going to meme that. That one's too rough. Respect to both, Usman battled back from that first round setback. Yeah, dude, he got dropped bad. And I was concerned. I thought this could have been a wrap right then and there. Yeah, he probably deserves it. Yeah, let's see what he has to say. And we're going to have to do a toast over to Usman in a second because that is a finish. And it said almost messed up the fight. It says, oh, that's why. At least the finish was better than Herb's card where Herb messed up that female fight. Yeah. Listen, dude, I think these guys are the first ones to tell you it's not easy to do and that they occasionally make mistakes. But there are also many referees who are like, I never make a mistake. Training is completely different from a real fight. There are a lot of things that have to be held back for safety, obviously, and that comes from Yan. Yeah. It's something weird about the way that they were having Gilbert say, like, he knows how those rounds go. And you hear that every once in a while. And I believe that Gilbert actually released footage of them training. And I guess it's compelling for a narrative, but, like, I knew enough when I knew they were both in the same room together to go, this might be very interesting. It says, yeah, probably deserves it. Oh, no. Lopez with the crying emojis. Ricardo saying, FR, night, fellas, gonna knock out. It was a pleasure to have you guys stick around. We're still going to do the cheers in just a moment. If you guys want to stick around, if you got to go, I totally understand. But we're going to get you some recap of what Usman is saying right now. Usman is saying this one was a tough one. And he's saying the whole gym situation. And he's putting over Gilbert by saying you can't discredit what that man has done. And he was able to regroup, put it all together. There's a lot of respect that he's showing him in this post-fight interview right now. And he said, we showed it in what we've had in our years of working together. And it says, dude, respect to Usman. Absolutely, man. And he's putting over exactly what Yan was saying just a moment ago. He goes, man, when you come into this cage, it's a whole different game. I'm a savage in this game. And that's what you saw tonight. And Joe Rogan being like, undeniably, please don't hurt me. Yes. Joe's asking about how he came out of the gate real fast and how he made a statement right then and there. And he's saying, he's like, he comes out and hits hard. He goes, but that's the majority of how our sparring went back in the day. And he's talking about, man, coming from a lightweight division, he's got so much power. Rich saying, durable savage, absolutely. And he's saying he felt it right behind the ear. And then that's when he realized he had to go to work. He said the rest was history at that point. So they were talking about Trevor Whitman's observation about the jab in between. Which, by the way, we brought up too. Just saying. So we're talking about the versatility of his jab from both orthodox and southpaw, which is a very good observation there. Yan coming in with a comment that said, actually Rashad made that same mistake thinking John Jones couldn't beat him because he controlled John in sparring. You also have to remember in training there is a different sense of respect. Sure. And he's saying, hey, listen, I know I got a good jab in the southpaw too as well. And he says, mainly a conventional fighter in a lot of his fights, but he wanted to switch things up, show his versatility. And they kept talking about, you need to stay in the jab. True. And he's saying it's hard to come in without the emotions, which, yep, that makes sense. And he's saying, he loves the guy, and it's hard to come in and have that kind of fight against somebody like that. Joe Rogan's now asking about getting in his face and why he did that. And he was doing it as a statement to say, this is my cage. Rich also coming in saying that's pretty cool. He switched stances. He found openings. Absolutely, man. And he's saying, well, listen, it's a different story when you're a friend, but then you step in and you try and take something away from me that I have, and you say it. I got to go in and do what I need to do. Uh-oh. Oh, they let the F-bomb go. Look at that. Oh, we're in pay-per-view. So he's asking for respect on the name. Joe Rogan is saying, I don't think there's anybody who's not putting respect on the name. I beg to differ. I think there are people who still will try not to. And Joe Rogan is saying it was an honor to call his fight. Good Lord. Uh-oh. They're talking about Street Jesus now? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Now he's saying Jorge Masvidal needs to come back and fight him because he's using the 6-day notice as an excuse. Oh. Uh-oh. This is getting dicey. Oh. Any one of these fools can get it. Okay. That's a great quote, by the way. If you want something, you got to step in here and see me. This is my office. Great. Aw, that's so sweet. You went straight from, hey, listen, all you fucking thugs, come see me in my office to, baby, I love you. You're great. Gonna see you at home. You're so cute. I love you guys. But come see me. Be about it, fools. But I love you. You're so cute. Bye. All right. Well, listen. Usman deserves some respect on his name. I'll do this cheers right now. And it says, we got a couple notes here. I appreciate the play-by-play, especially since my source failed me. Listen, Jan, we're here all the time. So you're more than welcome to come join us in the future. Fight companions here at Grappling Hour. The best thing you can watch when you don't got it. That's what we're going to go with. I think that's a good thing. We'll see if we can trademark that. It says here, haha, switch of a character to Daddy Usman. Absolutely, man. You gotta make sure the kids are knowing that Daddy's not always mean to people. That, he loves you too. This cheers goes on out to Kamaru Usman. Man, I don't know what you're talking about, people not putting respect on your name, but it's ridiculous. And I love the promo. I love you putting over Gilbert Burns, talking about what it meant to be in the cage with somebody that did mean something to you, but you still found a way to be a champion. I also want to say this, dude. Please keep your jab away from me forever and ever. But big ups to you, man. That was a great performance. You put on one for the ages, and, you know, we're going to have to see what the division puts up for you, but it's already been pretty exciting thanks to you. Cheers. What great resolution. All right, Rich. Great show, Raph. We appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yando, thank you so much. Again, come back. Give us some love on these channels. Go support us. You know how much we enjoy doing these things. They mean the world to us when you guys check in with us. We will have another one of these next Saturday as well. The UFC is going to be going straight forward for the next few weeks. So we're not going to be stopping anytime soon. We hope that you guys get enough with us. And it's this GSP playbook with the jabs. Oh, yes, a very good. You watch welterweight title very much from me, GSP. I have used it so many times. Also, now I have very retire. I play with dinosaur bones. I do all the things. So it says, dude, that jab is scary. Yeah, I appreciate it. So here's what we're doing. We're going to close down for tonight. We're going to remind you guys, check out the latest installment of Verbal Tap. I think that's going to come out Monday night. We're going to record and find out who won between Kevin Phillips, my co-host, Dan Martinez, the Combat Jiu-Jitsu champion. We'll see who won between those two gents. We're also going to probably have another episode of Grappling Hour. If you guys haven't checked out my interview with Ramon Esparza, go check that out. He's the guy behind Heart and Hustle. They're doing great things over in the Pacific Northwest. I truly appreciate them and what they're doing. I'm sure we're going to have a few people that we're going to talk to. I don't want to give any names out because we saw a couple of them fight tonight that we're going to reach out. Thank you, According to Woods. Appreciate you as well. So just remember, we're going to be back doing more of these in the future. We do them every week, at least with the Fight Companions. We're already putting together a panel for UFC 259. I'm stoked about that card. 3 championships, 1 card. Gonna be great. But in the meantime, please support us. Give us some love on all of these channels at Grappling Hour for Facebook, YouTube. Is that Instagram? Instagram. Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, and Apple Podcasts and Spotify podcasts. We're on all those channels, and you can do them for both Grappling Hour and Verbal Tap. And just as a small favor, if you can actually leave a review over on our Apple Podcast page, that would be great. And I see here, thanks, see you next time. Give some love to our sponsors over at xmarshall.com. Use the promo code GrapplingHour15. Also give some love to our friends over at dodgycollective.com. Great artwork. You'll love it. You'll love their apparel. And, of course, our friends over at Manscaped. Use the promo code VerbalTap20. No, sorry, VerbalTap, and you'll get 20% off. I think that's a sign I'm done. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for making it so much fun with us here on the show. We look forward to seeing you when we do another one of these. Have a good night to you as well. Rich, appreciate you guys. See you very soon. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats. Eventually.